How you guys doing today? Hope everybody doing good. Yeah, I'm doing all right too. See what we got here. I don't know what minors are on and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna let some people roll on in here real quick before I start. You know what I'm saying? As you can see on the screen, that is what was announced. That is what was announced. Well, this is what was said by uh, Michael Benson. He basically said that the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder are reportedly set for a press conference in LA next Tuesday to announce their July 24th fight. According to Boxing Scene, that's where he's saying he got his source from. Says first time the pair meet face to face since a rematch, subsequent cheating allegations, and Wilder's arbitration win. It's not the first time that they met face to face. I'm pretty sure because didn't they all meet up for arbitration? Hmm. Didn't they meet up for mediation at some point in time? Pretty sure. But this is gonna be the first time it's public. And Deontay Wilder has some allegations for Tyson Fury. And I know some people out there would probably take this the subject of this video to heart because I use the word accusations. Um, but you have to understand that accusations just means a charge or a claim that someone has done something illegal or wrong. So at the press conference, I'm pretty eager to see how Deontay Wilder response is going to be with these the allegations that he have against Tyson Fury, right along with the you can just say all of it, from Mark Breland, egg weight, the water, the gloves, and whether or not he has anything else to add to it, the stuff that we maybe not know about. Um, Tyson Fury claims that his character was assassinated, but obviously he didn't file a cease and desist order or anything like that. So pretty sure um, he doesn't care too much. But I'm pretty interested about how Deontay Wilder is going to react to all this when he's confronted. Because we all know that when he's on the main stage of this press conference, there's other parties that's going to be there. There's Tyson Fury and his antics, how he's going to, because he's a flagrant full guy, has a flagrant full personality, and rightfully so, since Tyson Fury won. He has the edge when it comes to the word of wordplay because of Deontay Wilder didn't sue. He hasn't shown any proof or anything like that. So, as far as all the accusations is all up in the air until, Deontay Wilder puts something out. I think that is going to be pretty damn interesting, and I think it's going to be worth watching. Now, they say it's going to be Tuesday. There isn't any time frames or anything like that. So hopefully, this week or Monday, we'll hear something about what time it's going to be. And that's going to be pretty interesting because even Michael Benson even put it in there. Cheating allegations, Wilder's win of arbitration. I'm pretty interested in how he won the arbitration too. Pretty interested of what Deontay Wilder's arguments was. Pretty interested about what both parties' arguments was. And that's something that we'll probably never be able to see for years to come. Tyrone said, I don't care about people calling them accusations. What I know was Wilder looked like he was about to collapse before the fight start. And that's not a hypothesis. That's a fact. Yeah, that's true. But no matter how you put it, that's what the definition of accusations mean. Is he says that he was done wrong, but until he, does something about it, then pretty much they're accusations. I'm not going to sit up over here and say what was what and this, then the third. I'm going to let the cards lay where they're lied until they're unfolded. And I'm pretty interested. It's going to be pretty good, though. Because there's going to be a lot of talk about how Wilder is looking bad and this, and the third, because obviously you don't have a leg on with accusations until you show proof. Now, I know his gloves look funny, but the whole world doesn't know. And the whole world don't care because the media doesn't care to push certain narratives. So I'm pretty interested. And I don't think it's going to be like one of those things to where it's going to make Wilder look good to the general public, but people who do know already now about what happened, we know the truth, but the general public don't know, and Tyson Fury fans don't give a fuck. So then there's a lot of professional boxers, past professional boxers, trainers, and stuff like that. There's people out there that's pretty much on the fence. Some people are on the fence about it. Some people saying that, he didn't cheat. The gloves look okay. Some people are like, woo, I don't know. Some people are like, yeah, he did. So it all depends on who you talk to about that situation. But like I keep saying, man, I think this is going to be a very interesting press conference to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it because of what Wilder has said in the past. Whether or not it's Mark Brigelin or whatever you want to call them, excuses or whatever the case may be, it's your prerogative. The Charlo, Jared Anderson, which Jared Anderson had something to say about Wilder, but guess what? He has a job now and look like it's going to be on Wilder's undercard. So I guess the hand that he bit came back to feed him. So that shows how much Deontay really cares about what other people were saying. What's up, Tyrone?
Yeah, man. What's going on? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't care what people call accusations or whatever else. Listen to me. If a guy looks off, he had a bad night. He looked like he was going to collapse. It looked like something you couldn't really explain. He can say whatever he wants. I don't care. Lomachenko could say whatever he wants as well. When he lost, I don't care. I thought it was a close fight. I think he underestimated Teofimo Lopez, but I mean, he could probably beat him in a rematch. I mean, people need to be real.
I don't think
saying that people make excuses or not. That I've gotten to the point where that's the last thing I'm gonna tell somebody that they're doing.
Yeah. Hold up. Mr. Boxing today up in the building. What's happening, man? I see you back to making videos, man. You've been missing in action. He said, let me say his name right, Mr. Boxing today too. So I keep forgetting he got the two at the end because he switched it up. The undercard is solid too. Curious to see who they match Jared Anderson with. I was hoping to see a Hellenius fight somebody else, but I still think it's a good scrap. But Jared Anderson, I don't know who they're gonna put him with. I made a video earlier
A
wondering
bum.
on that too. Yeah, I'm
A
thinking that
bum.
too.
A bum. A bum. Just like he is a bum. Just like a lot of these guys are bums.
Well, I wouldn't say he's a bum. He got room. He got room
They're
for improvement.
bums.
He's a young guy, but Andrew Ruiz is begging for a job, right? I mean, I'm not going to say
I
begging,
didn't
but
know. I saw it. I saw him do it. I was like, it's that much to him. He has to keep it safe.
Yeah,
say it again.
I'm on the stream. I'm on the stream. Yeah, that was just my brother in the background. We're in the car. But
Oh,
I think what was it? Yeah, Hellenius owes Kalnacki that rematch anyway. That was in the contract, right? So he needs to honor that.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it was in the contract, so he needs to honor it.
Oh well, what's fair is fair.
Yep. Who else on there? Sanchez versus Jagba, I think.
Yeah,
Sanchez is 27, but he's really 37. Versus a Jagba who's in his early 30s as well.
yeah. My
Uh,
wife and her cousins, they don't think Fa. They think he older than he say.
yeah, I think Sanchez should beat him. Should knock him out, actually.
That one fight that he had when the fight was stopped because the dude was crying and he was getting hit in the back of the head. I mean, it was a it was a graze, but he hit him in the head, back of the head before. But he moved into the shot. You know what I'm saying? And he seems a lot better because the Frank Sanchez seems like he's cool because he moves his hands, he moves his head. He tries to stay a bit, trying to hit that damn fly, try to stay a bit unpredictable. But is that going to be enough? Because he seems like he's a pretty solid puncher. Um, Fa does too. They could both get you up out of there. But I'm just interested to see on how that's going to match up because we've seen Fa on the canvas before, and how his stance is a bit awkward. I don't know if you want to say he sticks his he's standing too tall or sticking his chin in the air, but it's one of them two. And I'm interested to see how that's going to happen. It's just the way he punches in the inside and stuff. The way he stands is kind of, maybe he should have did what he needed to do to keep Ronnie Shields over there, or maybe Ronnie Shields had too much shit on his plate. I don't know, but
I've never been big on Ronnie Shields, to be honest, man.
well, not mad at you. I think, but that's what I'm saying is like I think anybody can use a trainer that's seasoned, like Ronnie Shields, that's been around, that knows his way around the ring, that's trained different types of fighters and that's seen different types of fighters, that's willing to show up. You know what I'm saying? At a drop of a dime and help people out. What's up, Story B man? What's happening? What's going on with you? I think he's good. You know what I'm saying? I just think that you know he's not going to be a trainer's not going to be able to help everybody out because it's just the way it is. I'm not hitting on the uncoachable people, but as there's still that still thing that you need, like unit cohesion and all that stuff. You got to be able to relate to the person and explain certain things a certain way to connect to the person because that ain't gonna work out with everybody. But especially the way that Fa Jabba fights, man. Pretty sure that's kind of like a hard because it just looks a bit awkward, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, man. So what you think is how it's gonna go down when Wilder is asked about his his accusations?
He'll double down, which he
You think
should.
it
If you say something, you mean it.
right?
Then you'll double down on it. And regardless of it, regardless of whatever people think it is, the fact does not change that he was wrong in there, that he looked totally off. And the fact doesn't change that that guy's gloves are off too. I'm not saying the gloves made a difference in the fight. No. Am I saying Fury is a cheater? Of course. Somebody who looks like that needs to cheat. He needs to cheat.
Oh, Stormy B Man said, "What's up, Tyrone?"
Oh, what's
Stormy
going
B
on,
Man.
Stormy B, man?
Mr. Boxing Today too said, "What's up, Stormy B Man?"
But my thing is this: Fury is not a god, and this could be a relatively easy fight for Deontay. He should just make it so, and get him out of the way, and you know, move on to better things. Maybe a fight with this guy, a fourth fight in the future. Who
Mm.
knows? But it's just time to handle business. I mean, people say he's gonna mentally fold.
Tyrone, you breaking up, bruh. I don't. Yeah, go. It broke up at mentally. Tyrone. Well, we're gonna wait for Tyrone to come on back. Tyrone's in a car traveling around doing his thug thizzle. But yeah, just to see if I can hit on some of the stuff he said. The last part Tyrone said, and Tyrone, oh, he gonna bounce. He bounced out. So he basically said that he doubling down, and then he said the part where a lot of people are already insinuating that he's mentally broken and stuff like that, and people are saying that he's going to mentally break him in the ring. I think that's too soon to say. Let's see how Wilder looks in this press conference first before you start making claims and stuff like that when he's sitting up there in front of the man that he has a gripe with. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
he'll tell him to his face that he's a cheater. Fury won't do anything about it.
right, and I think so too. I think so too, and I think the only thing he's gonna do about it is try to grandstand and try to grandstand because that's the only thing he can do. You know, you
Yeah.
can say he can say no, he can say he didn't cheat, he can say I'm gonna hit you with the same brass knuckles or whatever the case may be, but he's just gonna grandstand. That's the only thing he can do. That's the only thing he knows how to do, in my opinion. But you know, if you like, let's just say for just to say it like this, okay, if somebody does cheat and they want to keep up with the lie, then they will have to. But even if he didn't cheat, he's still got to do. Even if Fury feels like he didn't cheat, then he's going to have to, act. He's going to have to respond accordingly. And the easiest way to do it is to make a mockery of the accusations, and it's going to look like he's grandstanding, or he will be grandstanding because
I would
there's
just I would just laugh at him trying to make fun of the stuff I said. That would not bother me at all. The only thing I'm worried about is what happens in that squared circle on the 24th. That's what I'm worried about. Because I've never looked at Fury as somebody as a big obstacle. If I'm Wilder, I don't see him as a big obstacle for me. Only thing I need to do here is prove that I can beat this guy, and that there shouldn't be any real issues because I know you can. He knows he can beat him. He knows he can beat him. This guy is not somebody who's unbeatable at all. At all.
well, Mr. Boxing Today too got something interesting to say here. Well, the reason why I say it's interesting because obviously, he's a heavyweight guy around here, and he's been watching boxing for a very long time and commentating on it, which is another thing than in boxing because that takes research and development. And he says, "I doubt it's going to be easy. The 19th rounds they have fought indicates to me they are at very least evenly matched." And that's not, and that's the thing is like what I try to do when I'm I give two sides when I'm predicting fights. I give people how I feel, and then I give people how I really should look at it. Um, because if I just go by how I feel uh, about a particular fighter, whether or not they're my favorite fighter or not, or I tend to sway for that fighter or not, then my judgment gets clouded when I'm making those um, when I'm making those predictions, and I just try to go with the things that I have seen, and that's the reason why I give certain fighters a chance because I feel sometimes that fighters don't necessarily live up to uh, who they supposed to be as a fighter in their last fight. And there was a particular fight that we were all watching, and I predicted the fighter to win. He didn't win, but he knocked the guy down.
Which one was
Uh,
this?
the what was my mental illness guy?
Oh yeah,
The Ryan Garcia
yeah.
fight.
I said that if that guy, the other dude he had fought, if Luke Campbell came in actually believing that he could win, he should beat this guy because on paper he could. But
But
of
he,
course, it's just another. He's got worse. Forget about Joseph Parker. This guy makes Joseph Parker look like he has a like an iron mindset. No,
yeah,
Luke
but
Campbell is the most unconfident boxer today. He does not
I
believe he
wouldn't
can
say
win
he's.
whatsoever, and he doesn't put the effort needed to.
I wouldn't say that because, and if you watch, to me, but me when I was watching the fight, he honestly tried. He didn't have the weaponry. Whoever's training him, I don't know what they was doing, but they didn't look like it didn't look like they really put their best foot forward with training the guy as far as even trying to time his opponent and stuff like that. He caught him, knocked him down, tried to put him away, but just couldn't land shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to also understand, when you're trying to put somebody away, back in his mind, he probably thinking that he's going to get clipped. Which rightfully so could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Um, Ryan Garcia has put people away. So I wouldn't say that because we've seen Joseph Parker's last fight, and we know that. Well, well, we know that he left his foot off the gas. He let his foot off the gas. Like he don't want to go over 1,200 RPMs. Remember what Stormy B Man got to say. This fight is going to come down to character. With the strongest conviction, was more likely prevail. With the strongest conviction, will more likely prevail. That doesn't mean who is right whatsoever. Yeah, and in sports, sometimes that's what win games. You know, Tyrone, you about to say something?
I mean, yeah, man. My it's, back to Mr. Boxing today's comment. Wilder could make this could make this easy if he does what he needs to do. And I felt the time for him to do what he really needed to do wasn't the second fight. It was the first fight. It was the first fight. He could have performed a lot better in that first fight and just took care of business. And then, you know, Fury might not have won the rematch.
Right. Right. I mean,
He kind of opened that door, and now it's time for him to close it. I think he'll close it and move on to other stuff, but it'll always be there. Um, because Fury basically made a name of himself off of his back.
well, let me read let me read Stormy B Man's comment again because he's getting on my ass. He said I didn't read his comment right, so I'm gonna read it again. Now he's laughing at my ass. Man, forget you, man. He over there laughing at me and shit because I misreading it. Well, he's rightfully so. I misread it, so let me read it again. This fight is going to come down to character. He with the strongest conviction will more likely prevail. That doesn't mean he who is right whatsoever. Did I get it right? This right, Stormy B man, this time? Yeah, he on me. I'm a bit tired, man. I just got a football practice, man. And I saw a couple things when I was sitting in the car trying to get my win together before I drive home. And yeah, man, I seriously think that's what it's going to be about, man. Trusting what you've been, the system. That's what it's all about, trusting the system and execution, but also, you know, being mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? Having that that good old confidence. You know what I'm saying? And that right there will be the most thing that can help out a lot of these boxers around here. Is having the confidence. I mean, I know you hit it on a lot, Tyrone, and a lot of these fights do seem like it is confidence that a lot of these fighters lack. And sometimes, like I said, that can maybe part of uh what they've been doing in training, what they know that they can do and what they know that they can't do, what they what their trainer is telling them and stuff like that. Maybe they don't feel that comfortable, and it's all, I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying the best man win and all that stuff, but you got to have the confidence within yourself. You don't have to show it, you don't have to say it, you just got to have it, you know.
Yeah, I
And,
definitely. It depends on the result. Like, if I know a fighter, if I'm better than a fighter, I lose to him. I'm not interested in the best man win. Listen, if I go and I get balled up on Siege and it was in overtime, I'm not gonna say the best man wins. I'm gonna say fuck you, run it back. You can't beat us. You're not that good. Especially if I know I'm better than him. I don't like the post fight hugging. I don't like the post fight kissing. I don't like any of that stuff.
well,
If
I
I
just don't,
tries
I
to
don't like
hug
the
up
post
on
fight
me
kissing.
after a fight, I'll push him away. There was
I
only
don't like
one thing that I like Charlo ever did, the big one. And that was after he knocked out J Rock. And J Rock was like, good fight. He said, no, get up off me. He pushed him
well
away in front of everybody. And that's how it should be.
I don't I mean, I'm not that type of guy, you know what I'm saying, because you know you, you know everybody wants to win, you know nobody wants to walk out of the ring all fucked up and going to the hospital and for life and stuff like that. you know I don't think there's anything wrong with being friends with other fighters and stuff like that, but you know the only thing I can say that is kind of off, when it comes to certain fighters like that, would be your notorious Joseph Parker, Tyrone, um, because you could love the fight, stiff competition and stuff like that, and still be happy with other fighters and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but the stuff that he, not going over 1,200 RPMs in the ring and stuff like that, and like even in football, when I'm making tackles and stuff like that, if you could really do yourself disservice, and get ran over or get hurt by not trying to drive through somebody. And the act of driving through somebody when you're making the tackle is that you're trying to hurt them. And it doesn't happen often, but it can happen. But just that thought alone, with the aspect of driving through your tackle and stuff like that, puts forth the effort within inside of you that you will make that tackle. You know what I'm saying? and you will put your best effort in making that tackle. And in boxing, I feel with a lot of these guys saying that they want to kill somebody, to kill this person, and I'm gonna knock your head off and shit like that, because I feel that if you're not thinking a certain way when you're punching somebody, how much effort are you really putting into it? For fucking 10 rounds, 8 rounds, 12 rounds, or whatever, you know? And a lot of fighters have said this type of stuff. And, we've seen a lot of the greats even say this. And we've seen how their careers went. And they're Hall of Famers, and they never be forgotten in the sport of boxing, because those are the guys who are being talked about day in and day out. Mr. Boxing Today too said Fury made a name once he dethroned Klitschko. I think the Wilder fights, yep, made him more popular. I think they did too, especially after he beat Wilder. I think that you know uh, helped in a lot of these guys'
Well,
minds.
let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Let's. Some people need to stop with this. If he had pity patted him to a decision and Wilder looked fine, nobody would say anything.
Well, people would still be saying the same thing. They'd be saying master for class boxing and all that other shit. But this is what I'm saying is that not everybody is going to think the same way about how the fight happened the way I think. You know, so that's the reason why I say it like that. I know what they think. I know what some people out here think, and I know what I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I know how you feel about it, Storm B Man feel about it. I don't know how much Mr. Boxing Today too feel about it, because he keeps his stuff pretty neutral. So, but I know where my stance is. So I'm not trying to, feed into um the whole um you know the gallery of you know picking one side or the other. I'm just saying what it is. Fury won. Fury beat Klitschko. Yeah, we know he didn't give him his rematch because of whatever fucking reasons. There's millions of excuses on that, right? Um, but I just got to keep it the way it is. You know, we can't erase at this point that Wilder's loss ain't gonna be erased like the way they did Vasily Lomachenko during his match. It's not. Um, uh, so I just try to keep it that way. That's the reason why I said it the way I said it, and it did help his profile a lot, because there's people that don't care about how Wilder looked or if he was cheated or whatever the case may be. They just look at it as he beat Klitschko, he beat Wilder, he solidified himself essentially as lineal to them. To me, this third fight needs to happen because ESPN, BoxRec, and
I
all these
want
other
him to destroy Top
and
Rank. I want
and
him to destroy ESPN and their whole
well,
stable after this fight, and to never fight with Top Rank again. I want
I
them
don't.
done after this.
Well, who knows? Because if Tyson Fury loses, he probably won't be fighting for top rank ever again. Anyways, um,
Well, that's on. Well, I,
you know,
whatever.
because they need some money. Um, but I just gotta keep it that way, man, because you know, then you just going down line of all this other stuff, and then your subjects get off fucking off track and stuff like that. So I just try to keep it that way, man, and because at the end of the day, like I was saying, all these outlets out there don't define boxing for me. They don't define pound for pound for me. They don't define these top tens ratings for me. I look at the shit according to where I want to see. I don't want to fucking see undisputed when it's come by a way of a fighter that I don't want to see that guy fight. That I know that guy could beat. That I know it's an easy road for them. I want to see it this way. This is one of the weirdest fucking things ever. Because if Anthony Joshua gets his ass whooped by Usyk, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either going to be a 2-way or 1-way rematch clause. But most likely Usyk's going to have to do it twice. But then that's going to shake everything up. Now, if Wilder wins, then there's Usyk on the other side. Then there's going to be this whole push for Wilder to fight Dillian White. You see what I'm saying? Before he fights for an undisputed fight. Even though Dillian White
will fight White next.
And even though Dillian White's whole mandatory thing should have reset it after he got his ass whooped by Povetkin.
He'll fight him next.
You know, and
to defend his title.
That's not a fight.
That's what I think is good.
I care to watch, but the dumb thing about that is I could already see, you know, Dillian White's team saying, "Oh, just put him on it, just put it on him." What they got to understand is there's a sneaky left hook that Wilder likes to throw on the back foot that's been fucking hurting people. People ain't been paying attention to that. It's been hurting people. It's been slowing them down. MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment. What's happening, man? What's going on with you? Thanks for stopping by. Thank everybody for stopping by, man. I appreciate that. I know other people are alive and all that stuff, man. What do you say? Mr. Boxer today. He over there coaching basketball and stuff like that. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I just try to go live when I can. I know there's everybody else is out there and shit like that, but you know, I just try to. I got to get it in when I can get it in, man. When I have time, and you know, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but Mr. Boxing today.
That's where I disagree with you. That's where I disagree with you, Mr. Boxing today. It was not an easy win for Fury versus Klitschko. It was not an easy win. It was comfortable. It wasn't comfortable. He definitely had to pull out all the stops, all his pity pats. But he did get it. But why didn't he give him back that rematch? And I'm telling you right now, forget about us fans. Just as a human being, Klitschko every day thinks about this. He wants him killed. It changed his life. He'll never get over the fact that Fury didn't give him that rematch. He'll never get over it. Ever. The same way that one will never get over Ali and never getting that one back.
Yeah, that time, space, and opportunity is fucked up because the dude did 2 years out of the sport. No, but it was. I mean, it was pretty. I mean, Fury wasn't fucked up or anything like that. The motherfuckers still go to the bar and the club and shit. So
I mean, nobody was seriously hurt. It was a safety first.
Yeah, he didn't have to. He didn't receive any real punishment. That's you know, he scored his way out of the fight. You know, and I mean that's why I could see it was easy. You know, it wasn't like he was in no war or anything like that to where he had to fucking fight his way out of there. He didn't have to. You know what that dude like to do. Everybody know what elbows, palms, and shit like that. You know. Using that height, you know, it's a motherfucker. You know, Robert Brown said Fury tampered with his gloves 75% of his fights. I wouldn't know, man. You know, because obviously ain't nobody else out there re-rolling their tapes and seeing if what happened with this guy or anything like that. So I don't know. I just know a few things. In one particular fight, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Boxing today too. He said he had it 8-4.
No, not decision. That wide. Not that wide. 8-4.
Decisive. 8-4 and decisive. Yeah.
Not 9-3 is too wide. No.
I mean,
8-4. Yeah.
I mean, 7-5
is stretching it, but 8-4 sounds just about right. 9-3 is way too wide.
I mean, it did look kind of easy though. So I'm just saying it did look kind of
I
easy.
mean, if I put my tongue out and start flicking my hand like that, it'd be easy for me too.
See, there you go, Tyrone. You just, you know, it was easy for him. You know, if Klitschko didn't want to lose like that, then maybe he should have did something different. You know what I'm saying? He had 12 rounds. He had 12 rounds to. Well, he had a whole bunch of rounds to figure it out. I wouldn't say 12 because, at some point you're gonna have to midway, at least before midway, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's what I would say. Yeah, I'm not, and Robert Brown. I'm not trying to like not. I'm trying not to um uh hit on that stuff too much, man, because it gets in the way of a lot of things, talk other talking points and stuff. And I just think that uh we got the third fight, man, and really to tell you the truth, um a lot of this stuff shouldn't even matter anymore. But a lot of people want to interject their feelings with not saying you, but I'm just saying other people want to interject their feelings on Deontay Wilder and what he has to say and correlate to that him being less of a man or being whatever. It is what it is. Mr. Boxing Today too said Klitschko sure as hell made it look hard then.
Well, yeah, it was a hard time for him. He just needed
Yeah, I
that one
mean,
back.
he tried. But that's what he was doing in this, like taking it too easy on these guys instead of getting them up out of there.
Yeah, people need to start stomping these guys out, man. Somebody's in the ring with you who's not supposed to be in there. You just can't show him up. You really need to get rid of him.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Damn. 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 Let's see. They say.
Hamed.
They said. Klitschko threw 69 punches. Fury threw 202. Uh, Klitschko had a 26%. Fury had a 24%. So, and then he goes to say, uh, Klitschko landed 52 punches. So, that's just what it is, man. And let's see what they had it. 112, 115. No, 112, 115, 112, 115, 111, 116. So so there
Definitely,
you go.
he's definitely on the slide. My only issue is with heavyweight fans today is they think Tyson Fury's a god. That's my number one issue with the heavyweight division. That's why I'm kind of off it.
Well, they
Because
say
people are
Tyson Fury
talking about
landed.
people's movement. I could get any guy who's big for nothing down the street who can move just as well or better than Fury. This is not some sort of super skill that you're born with that you can be big as fuck and move well. There are tons of people who are big as fuck and move well. It's called basketball. You've got guys in football. I mean, this is not something that's crazy.
Well, they say Klitschko landed 52 punches. They say Klitschko landed 52 punches. Tyson Fury landed 86. But boxing is not based off who lands the most punches. So that's another thing too. So
Is this guy a
uh,
troll? This
no, that's not.
Ahmed guy
No, he's not a
from like a
troll.
page?
Then he goes on. Hamed says that's using the logic I was told by Wilder fans in the first Wilder Fury fight. Well, you're over here, so you don't got to interject who you heard it from. You know, you could just
Yeah,
speak
he's for
your
sure a
piece.
troll.
Uh, Mr. Boxing Today too says I would say this though. Klitschko looked haggard and signs of slowing down in the Brian Jennings fight, the fight before Fury. I mean, we all knew that he was getting old. I mean, you can't last. I mean, but he's a fitness, like bit of a fitness freak. You know what I'm saying? But you know, age is age, man. Age is age. And when you get older, that's when more technique should step in, not you know. But like you were saying, I think really with
Uh-huh.
Tyson Fury is that it's that height that fucks everybody up. It's the height that fucks everybody up, and he's tall, so he can move.
This is the thing with Tyson Fury. Once he's like knows he's in a deep hole, that's when the tricks come out and the dirty shit. Even before, but even to more extent, like he'll start. Oh man, have you seen him try to fight on the front foot? It's so ugly to watch, dude.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just it's not it. He comes in with his head like a Sean Porter type. Like he throws
mm,
punches. It's just very weird. Very weird. Yeah, Ahmed, you are a troll. Because you would have said it respectfully.
nah, he got that. I think that's he has a boxing channel too. He just giving his point of view
He's
on the
probably a
matter.
troll.
He just giving it. I just try to keep it cool, man, and try to
Well,
lead people
Klitschko,
along
I
until
think,
they.
probably did the same mistake uh, that Lomachenko did for Lopez. Also, another thing that I'm sick of: Lopez did not blow Lomachenko away. That was a close fight. You could have said it was 7-5.
Nah,
I had
he
eight
didn't blow
four.
him. Yeah, I
It was a
agree with
close
that.
fight. They
I
should
I
they
just
should run that back, but he'll never get that. And
I just think
Nakatani, I
those.
think Lomachenko will beat Nakatani. I think
Yeah,
Lomachenko will probably stop Nakatani, and Nakatani will stop in the corner or something. People are
I don't think
sleeping
he'll
on
stop him,
Lomachenko,
but
man.
I don't think that's. I think that's they know what they're doing when they make that fucking fight. I just think
Yeah,
they know what they're
yeah.
doing. They found somebody that's on an up and up that has fans and stuff like that in another country, and they're taking advantage of it. That's called matchmaking. Um, I don't. Uh, I do and I don't because I know the way that they push Lomachenko. I don't really fault them, but I kind of do. You know, but it's just the name of the game. He took a L. His dumbass didn't have a rematch clause, and now he got to get that. He got to get right back to it because it's not like Tiafimo trying to give him a rematch. You know. Then Mr. Boxing today too said fans forget. Tyrone bounced. I thought he was still here. I thought he was about to chime in. Mr. Boxing today too said fans forget in 2012 Emmanuel Stewart specifically saw something in Fury and Wilder and Fury and Wilder out of all the upcoming talent back then. They say a lot in my opinion. Yeah, he did. And you know, Fury lived with Emmanuel Stewart for about what month or something like that. Trained with him probably a little bit longer than that. And I'm all for it. If you want to learn something new, you go learn something. You go learn something different with the best, or who you deem the that can help you out more. That doesn't mean you have to necessarily leave your whole team by away and stuff like that. But you know, what do you do between fights? You just sit down and eat potato chips all day, or do you go out there and learn stuff from other people? You know what I'm saying? Because we see how tendencies that these fighters have, whether or not they're from the East Coast, West Coast, or whatever the case may be. They're from UK, Japan, uh, Switzerland, Germany, Russia. We see that the tendencies people have. And the two fighters that fight different is Tyson Fury out of the whole weight division is them two guys. They fight different than a lot of people. You can't train to fight these. You can't get somebody to mimic this type of stuff because it's a lot of subtle movements, a lot of things that takes time and effort to learn, and you might just get it wrong just by guessing. Um, L Dub, what's happening? L Dub boxing up in here. What's happening, man? I said I agree. Klitschko and Lomachenko both were cautious. I agree. Although Lomo/Lopez was closer. Yeah, I mean it was, but you got to take Sometimes it takes ass to get ass, man. And I mean sometimes you got to bring ass to get ass. And you know, I think that's what Lomachenko's problem in that fight was that he waited too long to put his foot on the gas, and maybe the judges already had it in their mind that he wasn't in control even in the later rounds, and so it's not just about who lands the most punches. You know what I'm saying? Offensive decency and all that stuff, ring generalship. You know what I'm saying? Effective punches and stuff like that. So if you're not showing it in those earlier rounds, they might not see it in those later rounds, and that's probably what hurt him a lot too. But if they would have said a fucking a draw, I think I probably would have been like, yeah, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Um, 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 damn it. I'm trying to see where I was. Okay. That's where I was. Mr. Boxing Today too said at LW, I'm liking the undercard so far. Wilder / Fury 3. Yeah, the only thing that Mr. Boxing Today said with that undercard, which I said earlier too, was the Anderson fight, man. And L-Dub said something about Takam. Yeah, I heard Takam. And they said somebody else too. They said Takam.
I like the Joshua. Wait, can you hear me okay? Hello? Mike. Probably went to go do something. All right,
Yeah, or Tyrone.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just switched to my laptop. I just got back.
Can you cook for a minute so me go get some water?
Yeah. Let me go all the way back to Hamed. I agree. Klitschko and Lomachenko both were cautious. I agree, although Loma Lopez was closer. Yeah, I thought Loma Lopez was. You could even say 7-5. I mean, that's stretching it, but I thought it was a close fight. It wasn't a blowout like people were saying. The undercard of Wilder Fury 3, Mr. Boxing Today too. A lot of people are. I'm interested in the Kalnacki rematch. I've got some funny feeling that Kalnacki will get that one back. Loma won more rounds, was about 2, in my opinion. 8-4, yeah, I had about 8-4. L-Dub, that's what's up, man. You'll be there, man. I wish I was out there too. 24th is my birthday weekend then. I like Joshua versus Usyk as well. I think that's a good fight. Mr. Boxing Today. Yeah, September 20th. Anderson versus Kofi. I don't know if Anderson is ready for those guys. I don't know. I would like to see that, to see Anderson on the canvas, but I actually like Michael Polite Kofi for somebody who hasn't really boxed like that until recently. He learned in the was he in the Marines? Yeah, he was in the Marines, and he learned there, I think. And that was in his late 20s. He looks he looks as somebody. He looks more experienced than he actually is. He looks like he knows how to use his traits. Kofi is pretty good actually for his background. He's
yeah,
pretty.
I like. Can you hear me, Tyron? I like his multiple. He can throw multiple punches. You know what I'm saying? I like that when it comes to heavyweights, when you're not just seeing just a jab and maybe a hook in here, or like just some comedy. He throws a pretty wide a variety of punches, and that's why. But it's good for both fighters, man. Especially Jared Anderson, to be a young boxer and stuff like that, to see something like this. Well, not Jared Anderson, but Efe Ajagba. I'm tripping, man. Because Efe Ajagba, he needs that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. What do you think?
Ajagba?
You think he's gonna get him?
Sanchez?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sanchez will beat him. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. I'm fucking with you, Tyrone.
Yeah.
I mean, you might just be right. Ooh, yeah, that's another one, Mr. Boxing today. There you go. Anderson versus Coffee.
Yeah, I don't think they'd put him in with. They're gonna feed him another bum. What's his record right now?
What, Coffee's?
No, Anderson.
Man, he got to at least have like 12, 17 fights.
Yeah, they're not gonna put him in with Kofi. No, and lose. No.
Damn, he only got 9. Damn, he ain't even got a goddamn picture on BoxRec. How disrespectful is that?
No,
man, I swear, man, these guys, BoxRec be doing some of these fighters just like no fucking type of. He don't have a picture on fucking. Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I'm mind my business with that one, man. But I don't like that shit. You know, put the man's picture up there. You can find a picture. Shit, put a picture of him in the ring throwing a jab or something. Shit. L-Dub said he gonna be there. Hamed said I like the Joshua versus Usyk fight. That's a competitive fight, in my opinion. The undercard for Fury versus 3 looks good. I don't know, man. I mean, well, it doesn't look like Usyk stopped being in the gym. He's still, I mean, it appears to be in shape to me. I'm just kind of interested to see how that chin holds up with old Alexander Usyk, man. I'm still, because, you know, the way that Anthony Joshua is trying to box right now, well, he's boxing, but it just doesn't look polished. It looks kind of.
It's like not him.
Yeah. There you go. That's a better way of saying it.
It's not him, and he needs to get back to that 2018 him when he fought Parker and Povetkin.
You basically saying it's like he needs to, you know, turn that off and turn it on when need be, instead of, you know,
he needs to get do it all the time. What he was before the loss.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah, he was looking like a bad dude like that, knocking all them dudes out like that, man. He was looking like a bad dude. Mr. Boxing today too said he thinking about going. He ain't thinking about going. He is going. He over there. You ain't got to lie to kick it. You know you going. You just got to get a permission slip, just like me. LW Boxing said AJ versus Usyk September 25th. That's what they saying. Oh yeah, they saying it's in Tottenham.
Yeah, they got a new stadium. I saw a Mo Boxing video on it.
Oh, they built a new stadium, Tottenham. God damn it, there.
A year ago or 2 years ago, they built a new stadium.
Oh, okay. So it's like a soccer stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they love they rugby and soccer up over there. Mr. Boxing today too said Anderson versus Coffee would be a good one. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but like Tyrone said, I don't know, man. I mean, you gotta. I mean, like I said, the dude. What did it say? 8 fights, 9 fights. He only got 9 fights, man. For him to fight that dude, and if he win, man, that's a yo.
Nah, he's not beating Kofi. Not right now. He's just trying to style on guys as a heavyweight, man. You're too fat for that, bro. You need to stop. Anybody who's trying to style needs to go down a weight class. It's just not going to work.
I don't think he's too fat for it. I just think that, I mean, he's 6'4". I mean, but you know, he's just not. He ain't. I don't think he. You know, he's settled in yet. You know.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
I don't think he's settled in yet, you know. So, we'll see. I mean, his last fight, it was a Kapersky. He was 16-2. So, and he knocked his ass out.
Wait, who was it?
Jeremiah Karpinski.
I don't know him.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, I don't know him either. Shit.
First time I heard of Jared Anderson was Mo Boxing. Mo told me about Jared Anderson.
No, I saw him on one of the I heard about him. I heard about him because, you know, I was living in Toledo I heard about him. But I just never looked him up. And then
Big
You
for nothing.
know, yeah, because I used to see a lot of guys from Soul City Gym come in and some of the trainers in there come to the bar and get some oxtails and shit. Yeah, one of the trainers there, he a big boy, like as far as eating wise, not muscle. But he'll knock your ass out though. Um,
He's
he
got all
he always go up in there and get the oxtails, bruh. And that ain't nothing you should eat if you trying to lose weight. They ain't losing no weight off of eating no damn Jamaican oxtails. Because a lot of those, some of those guys, he used to have some. I think he probably still do. Got dreads. He a big hefty dude. He's always come in there and get that. There's another guy that come up in there too. You know what I'm saying? And we would just be sitting there, chatting shit and stuff like that. He's like, "Hey man, you see about the Anderson guy? He looked pretty good." Blah blah blah. Whoop. And I put him on my phone, just never looked him up until I saw him on TV. And this was like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah, he doesn't blow my hair back. He'll be
don't
losing.
say it like that. Damn, that sounds nasty.
Nah, he's not a big deal to me. America's not going to have a big time heavyweight in the next 10 years.
You think so?
No.
Why do you say that?
I mean, what's the point of playing? What's the point of boxing when you could ball, like, you could play football, basketball, and make real money? There's no point, like, what I mean? It's just it's the risk reward. It doesn't make sense to go into boxing. Bob Arum will probably make a clone of himself to live that long or something.
No, now you're going a little bit too far here now, Tyrone. You're going a little. I don't think we're ready for another 100 years of Bob Arum. I'm joking.
If he could live that long, he would. I mean, these people are sick.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you go down to your city clerk's office and there's like the same people in there, and then oxygen tanks and shit in there. They work there to the day they die. L-Dub Boxing said, Mr. Boxing today too. I'm hearing Coffee versus Ali Durman next. Didn't hear that.
That's that guy from Turkey that Ajagba fought on the Thurman Pacquiao card, I think.
Oh, you think so? Man, I ain't got no memory, man. You know me. If I don't remember your name, that's not because I don't know you, it's because I don't have no memory for all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, Coffee. I mean, that would be a good fight. L-Dub, Demers and Crafty. Yeah, I remember him giving. He was a bit hard to hit with that high guard. Who you guys got for Joshua Usyk? I don't know. I would go with Joshua, but I mean, I don't know. Usyk is a good fighter.
Yeah, it's all because it's a tough one because that chin shit, man. That chin shit get me. And then not only that, it's kind of like it seems like that might be whoever's the best boxer that night. It might go to the scorecard. You know what I'm saying? Because they might not really engage in that fight like we would want them to, in my opinion, but we'll see.
Mr. Boxing Today said that's what fans said 10 years ago about the American heavyweights. They weren't wrong. I mean, just because we have one success in Deontay, I don't think means that we've got a whole host of, success for me is we've got a whole bunch of heavyweights just taking over, but we really don't have that, man. Our guys, our big guys are playing basketball and football. It just is. It was in my opinion. Yeah, I don't see us having like full force of heavyweights. I don't know.
Watch you say what's up, and he dropped that PayPal in the chat.
I asked him for it.
I'm joking. He just said what's up, guys.
Yeah, what's going on?
Last one said he thinks it's going to be a big chess match. I think it's going to be a crazy good fight. It might fuck around and be, man. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see somebody get knocked out in that fight. To be honest, I don't want to see no chess match out of them two, because Usyk to me, if we look at him in the heavyweight division right now, to me, I think he needs to make a nice. I would like for him to make a nice, solid statement by knocking somebody out. If you don't knock him out, at least show that your punches ain't nothing to be played with. You know what I'm saying? For these other guys out there, because if you look at the heavyweight division, you know what I'm saying. You never want to be the fighter and be like, oh yeah, I ain't got to worry about nothing with this guy. He's just gonna do this and then the third, blah 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 with the woo woo. You know, to me, ultimate way of winning is running your opponent unconscious. And that's what I want to see. Knockouts. Andre Southgate said, I think Usyk will be hard though. I'm just saying it might be. Watcher said, yeah, Usyk is a good body puncher. And I seen times that AJ got hit in the body and he didn't look too. He's over there looking like Soda Pop Pimpimski. If you know what I'm talking about. Last one goes on to say, I don't see AJ running in there like Chisora did, but he might be smart too. I thought Usyk was going to be out of there first four, but he adapted well. Could even turn tables on Joshua. Yeah. I mean, Derek ain't Derek. He ain't all that, but it appears that his punches hurt. It appears that his punches hurt. Now, got that stamina, and he got his stamina right, and switched it up from time to time, and learn how to play a little distance here and there, and get out of range every now and again, move his head and stuff. He probably would have not taken as many L's that he's have. Last one said, like he did Derek. Andre Southgate said for sure it's a tough fight. Mr. Boxing Today too said on a smaller scale, we all still producing Olympians and title holders. Wilder, Brazil, Martin Ruiz, Albert. It's not the pool of talent from the 70s and 80s or 90s. Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm talking about. I agree with you, Mr. Boxing Today. I have my thoughts on Brazil. I don't think he's very good, but I think he's an awesome commentator. And I think he needs to go that route. He's great at commentating. Martin, I really like Martin. I love his personality, but I mean, he'll only go so far. Ruiz, I mean, became unified. So, but yeah, for me, it's the talent pool. I don't know if I don't think we'll ever get back to 70s, 80s, and 90s talent pool. I don't think that'll ever happen. Yeah, Andre Southgate, I just subbed to you, bro. I just subbed to you. I got you. I'm sorry. I'm taking over the comment stuff.
I don't care, man. Go shit. I ain't saying shit.
What's up, Watcher? You should join in if you got time.
Nah, he ain't got no time for us. Look at him.
He said, "Let me go back to the last one's comment." So I don't see AJ running in there like Chisora did, but he might be smart too. I thought Usyk was going to be out of there first four, but he adapted well. Could even turn tables on Joshua, like he did Derek. I think it's a really good fight. I'm picking Joshua, but I mean it's definitely a toss-up fight. I mean, I want to see AJ back where he was 2 years ago before he lost to Ruiz. I don't really like the safety first approach he's been taking. He only really goes in now if the guy is seriously hurt. But I felt he lost a bit of confidence. I think he needs to go back to what got him there in the first place. He should stick to who he is. See, yeah, I agree, Watcher. I think Sanchez will knock out Jogba. Chisora was only ever going to be good for 3 rounds. Usyk knew that's how the fight was going to go from day one. Yeah, it went that way for sure. Chisora does the same thing all the time, overthrows his shots, then gets outpointed. It seems like it, yeah.
That shit pisses me off. Like, you're a professional boxer, dude, and I'm going to football practice, sometimes 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I got more juice than that. I'm like, God damn, like, dude, I know you're carrying some weight and shit, but he lost fairly some good weight this last fight, didn't he? Right?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
at a decent weight. Like
I
I
forgot
don't
what weight he came in at. 240 something.
I don't understand what they're doing. Like
Me neither, man. They put out these training videos, but we saw it. Didn't we see it? Fuck. When Spence called into Fred the other day, and Spence was talking about how, I only really did strength and conditioning when, the camera crew came in. I would do some sit ups or something. He wasn't really doing it like that. But welterweights, I mean, me and you are normal people, right? We're a bit taller than average. We're some people would say at a lower weight, Like for us, the gas tank and stuff like that, the light heavies, the welterweights, the super welterweights, in between there, those are kind of average people, right? Those are average weights. So we don't have the same problems that these big fat dudes have. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're always so out of shape, why they gas out, but I mean, I'm not a strength and conditioning coach. I have no idea. You probably know more than me about that stuff because we play football with all these DLs and tight ends. So
no. I'm a defensive back now, but
no, I'm saying like on your team, like you probably see them work out and you probably know their gas tank and their limits.
oh yeah. But there's tricks to the trade. You do certain things where the wide receivers got to work harder and stuff like that, and for routes, the more they got to work harder, the more when it comes to getting that ball, it's going to make it even harder for them to catch. But one thing I noticed is if you're moving if you want to be quick on your feet, you have to use the motherfuckers. You got to work them bitches out. I don't give a fuck if it's stairs, ladder drills, whatever, jump roping, mounds. I don't give a fuck what it is. You have to do it, and sometimes running ain't just enough. You know what I'm saying? Running ain't just enough. You know what I'm saying? And we see some of these guys when they hitting the pads and stuff like that. You got to move them damn legs, man. You got to keep moving when you're hitting the motherfuckers, because if you fighting like that in the ring as a heavyweight and you've been doing that shit your whole career, everybody know what you're gonna do when you get in there. Nothing different.
Yeah, and we also got to think like let's take it all the way back to elementary school, even, right? You always had the big fat fuck kids, those tall, just those big kids, big for nothing kids, slow, out of shape. So it's almost genetic for some of these guys to just be complacent, almost to not really put their work and really transform their body and do what they need to do. We can get away with a lot of stuff, at our size, our metabolism a bit faster, and there's just not all that weight moving around. So I mean, I think the SNC coaches need to stand up as well, right? They're not, they're kind of letting the boxer, the heavyweight, tell them how they should train them instead of really getting them on a regimen. Watching
Yeah,
do
I mean, if people want to say yes man's been around, well then I guess they might want to check to see who's been doing anything differently in the last like at least 4 years of their career. I don't even think Chisora even changed up his whole career.
No, yeah, I think that Buddy McGirt, that was, I think, pointless for him. I mean, I know he wanted to get a trainer from over here, but that guy was going to do nothing for him, and he was more expensive. Expensive.
You think it was like too late in the camp to even bring him in? Like,
yeah.
You should have had him instead of just, he gave him pointers and stuff like that in the corner, but like,
yeah, but at that point, and he tried to be like, yes, coach. And all that.
That shit was supposed to happen like 4 or 5 months ago. Like,
yeah,
because you breathing in your corner like that, god damn. I don't even be breathing like that on the sideline. I ain't never seen some shit like that. I'm like, fucker, like slow down, like Like, control that shit. Like, try to slow your shit down, man. Like, fuck. Let me read some of these comments. Losman said Chisora was only ever going to be good for 3 rounds. Usyk knew that's how the fight was going to go from that day one. Yeah, I think so too, man.
Yeah, he almost got him out of there as well. I think that 6th round he had Chisora snoring.
Yeah, you breathe. God damn. That's Andre Southgate said for sure Chisora does the same thing all the time, overthrows his shots, then gets outpointed. Yeah, he do. He be wasting a lot of them punches, man. Like he just be swearing to God he about to just clean somebody's clock and throw like this overhands and his loopy ass fucking shit in it.
But that shit worked for that, and then I think he just got that idea from it. Well, he's always did it his whole career, like the Edmund Gerber fight, but really recently you saw it with the Takum fight and the Spilka fight and the Price fight. So he was like, okay, that stuff is gonna work. Let me help you out with some of these comments.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm at Watcher.
Yeah, they should get Dubois against Anderson. No, Dubois would be too much for Anderson right now. Watching heavyweights do Mayweather style mitt work never made any sense to me. Yeah, I agree. I sort of agree. Tom Little looks really good on the pads. A lot of people look good on the pads, but it depends on what they do in the ring. Lossman said it worked for Fury. I think Fury does some other stuff behind the scenes. Yeah.
Toot.
Yeah, he does some other stuff as well. True, but what about Parker did the same thing? You mean moving over to Confront?
I don't know if he did. I don't know if Joseph Parker actually moved over to Confront, but Joseph Parker, he just needs to put that shit in the gear.
I don't know. Some people, it's like people you have at your workplace. It's just
Joseph Parker
that they'll never get out of that next. They'll never get to that next gear.
Joseph Parker fights like he got a blown transmission. He can't go over the speed limit is 70 on the highway. He can't go over 40. You got to turn the hazards on and get all the way to the right lane. And everybody can hear that engine. It's just screaming.
And then stand outside.
Yeah, smoke blowing out the end and all that shit.
No OnStar. No OnStar.
Like he ain't got no oil in his transmission, or the solenoids fucked up, or the plates jacked up. Like he just, man, I like him too, man. But it's just like I'm the one. I always give boxers shadow of the doubt, and I did it with Joseph Parker. And I've been fighting on you guys with this for a very long time, but it's just like I just got fed up. Like that's what we've been seeing. I couldn't hold on no more. It's like, yeah, you motherfuckers is right with that one because it's just this transmission fucked up. Go ahead and read some of them if you feel like
White versus Joyce, but Joyce isn't a senior citizen, so White won't go there. Yeah, Chisora.
White said he won't easy touches. So
yeah, I mean, how do you pick the loser of a fight? I mean, anyway,
who is White fighting next?
I don't know. They'll probably get him somebody easy. Chisora outpunched himself where he could have had better pace. Yeah, definitely. He's laughing. Who was Joyce supposed to be fighting? It's supposed to be Marco Huck. Exactly. Something about a purse bid. They're trying to push that over. I think White wants Trevor Bryan scared to get flatlined again, I hope. Wait, okay. Please check out my content. I do boxing breakdown. Yeah, Andre Southgate. I don't know if you're I sub to you, bro. I saw a little bit of your content, man. I'll be watching more of it before I go to sleep. I think White wants Trevor Bryan scared to get flatlined again, I hope. All right, let's talk about Trevor Bryan. I wanted to talk about this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude needs to get in shape.
You goddamn right.
Jason McKinley, I mean, you listen, I don't care if it's a 2-year-old or an OG who's in his 70s like that dude. You do not get more. I mean, people are people at the end of the day, and a lie is a lie. So when you're telling me before the fight, oh, he's in great shape, he's this, he's that. Listen, if Stavern came in a bit better shape, he would have knocked out Bryan. That fight. Trevor is better than that. And he's kind of slipped off of the wagon because of the politics of boxing. He's just been putting on weight. I don't know who's telling him to put on weight or what, but he was in he was in very good shape in the beginning of his career. And now, I mean, we saw his last performance. He's better than that. He needs to pick it up.
I don't know what the deal is, man. I'm not. I don't know. Like. Anyway, does Don King give a fuck?
I don't know. I don't
like,
care. I don't think.
I'm not trying to be like funny or anything. Like, does he give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. Like, okay, Trevor Bryant fought BJ Flores in 2018. Didn't fight nobody until he fought Bermain Stavern in January.
Yep, BJ Flores, by the way. I mean, we all see him. We all know exactly who he is. And he seems like he's making a good career for himself, being Jake Paul's trainer. If it works, it works.
He is?
He is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's been Jake Paul's trainer since his first pro fight, that Gibb fight.
I'm not gonna hit on him for being somebody's trainer. You know what I'm saying? Because
he's working
he probably know a thing or two. You know, that doesn't mean, just because he been getting his ass whooped and, by Tony Below and shit like that, doesn't mean he can't, train somebody how to be better than what he was. You know what I'm saying? Because he know what not to do and how to lay on the canvas. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Let's keep up with some of these comments. I feel like I'm taking over your show, man.
Nah, man, go ahead, man. Like y'all know how it is. Like, come over here. This is y'all shit too. Like,
all right, let's because they're kind of coming in. Pause. Ruiz is a monster on the pads. Parker too. I was big on Parker coming up, man, and he does have really fast hands. He lets himself down. Mike was touching on that. Ruiz versus White depends who lands first. It's a good fight. Parker too damn nice in the ring. Parker is really good in the ring. He just, I don't know. Just a mental lapse. He might not be there anymore. I don't think Parker has much of a shot anymore. Been out of it for too long. A few years ago, looked real good, but was like only in spots.
I mean, but everybody know he won that shit.
Yeah.
They don't even have a rematch clause, and they're talking about fighting each other. They know. They know that Parker didn't win. I mean, come on. They know. Everybody know what the deal is.
Indeed, Watcher said Parker is a fraud, and I don't blame him. I don't understand Parker. He is the shorter guy, but never wants to exchange on the inside. He used to. I don't know what happened. Always wants to box on the outside. That's probably what's messing him up. Should be bobbing, weaving more. Body shots, flurry. He has the speed for that. Tyrone sounds like he's in good mood. Yeah, I just had some food. That's why. Promise to God. Lovejoy changed his name to California Grizzly. I'll come back to Lovejoy later.
Fucking embarrassment to California. The whole state of California, embarrassment.
I agree, man. Tyrone's like,
all right, he's making us look bad.
McKinley is old school too. I'm sure McKinley cussed him out behind the scenes. He had to, man. You've got to be more disciplined. The onus also falls on the trainer. You can't be coming in like that, dude. I like McKinley. Didn't he go to the hospital earlier this year? I have no idea. He might have. He's old. What happened to our agreement to not micromanage? I'm surprised Don King is alive. How old is he now? Don King has to be 90 plus.
He might not be 90, but
89.
I tried to tell you.
This year. Turns 90 in August.
What?
Yep.
God,
he doesn't look horrible. He does not look horrible for somebody who's 90.
Well, a fun fact: Michael J. White met up with Don King on a few occasions. And he said that dude be walking around with no security. He don't be wearing them jackets or nothing like that. He said Michael J. White basically said, I think all that stuff is just a gimmick. Like he knows it's a gimmick, but he said he hung out with him. Like he said he's a real cool dude. And that's the same thing the Galaxy Warrior said. He said Don King's a real cool. Like I just think that some people, man.
I think he's from hell in the business side of stuff.
No, I just think that some people, this is what I always say. This is what I always say. You might be the fighter, but no matter what's going on, you are in charge of whatever you sign. You can hire this lawyer, you can hire that person, blah blah blah, whoop, whoop, whoop. But you also have to learn the business yourself because you have to trust. But they can tell you whatever, but you got to trust and verify that shit. You can't just go along with what these guys are saying. That's the reason why when Crawford be saying that stuff, I know that at the end of the day, if everybody's saying boxing is a business, and then the third, well, shouldn't it behoove you as a fighter to make sure that your contract is in the best interest for you? You should be okay with whatever you sign in, whatever happens at the end of the day with that. And you shouldn't be faulting nobody else and this and the third. And these guys they were getting caught up in the mess. And everybody got paid.
Yeah.
And they blew it. They blew more money than Don King blew.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Boxing Today says McKinley has the personality type that would cuss you smooth the hell out. He cussed Brian out during a fight versus Derek Rossi. What happened to Derek Rossi? Wasn't he like the samurai warrior or something like that? Like that was his nickname or whatever.
Probably still boxing somewhere. I guarantee you.
Somewhere out there. What's his name? The Freak Show. Lost to a known journeyman here, Ustinov. He lost to Terrell James Woods or one of the guys, one of our heavyweight journeymen. He's like shit. Some of the journeymen we have here.
You talking about the bald-headed Ustinov?
Yes, the one who looked like he was a Jamal Woods. Yes, and Ustinov lost to him recently, a couple months ago.
Shit.
Yeah, Ustinov. Funniest fight with him was Michael Hunter, dude. That fight with him and Michael Hunter in Monaco was just that was laughable, dude. You have to hear the Sky commentary there, the UK commentary. I was really dying. He said, "Oh, Ustinov goes down, the big man from Minsk," and then Carl Froch is like, he was like, "Oh, he's really hurt here, badly distressed, badly hurt, shaken, badly distressed."
Damn, you ain't lying. That motherfucker was 24-47.
Yep. Jamal Woods. We've got a couple of other journeymen here, dude. It's two other guys that I'm thinking about.
Well, he about to fight soon. He about to fight Samuel Clarkson, a dude that's 22-6.
Yeah. Who do you lose? Dominic Gwynn. Yeah, that's another guy that we have.
Yeah.
We've got Terrell James Woods. Who else? We've got another guy. Our bums. We've got 3 bums that kind of hang around here. He knocked out Michael Grant down.
These dudes getting paid, man.
Right. Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. How many times they fight a year, man? They probably got jobs on the side, but they're getting paid.
Yeah. I know he had a tough fight with Molina, I think, a long time ago. Yeah, it's their business to lose. Like they have to lose. Otherwise, if they win, they won't get a call back. That's crazy to be in a position like that. You must lose. Or I
wouldn't insinuate that, but it does kind of seem like when you look at the ratings, the ranking system and stuff like that, as far as like who gets a shot and who don't, it looks kind of fucked up. Like how is Lucas Brown fighting for a title again, and then
he lost to a guy who didn't even box like that.
Yeah. Then they slip in a way for Daniel Dubois to get another title again. Like, and what about everybody else?
So look at this here, right? This Christian Thun guy is Lucas Brown, just got knocked out by a rugby player, right?
Right.
He's gonna get all expenses paid. Trip to Dubai to fight for an IBO title, and he has a purse. Probably solid money. Probably on some sort of 6-figure deal.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Dude, you can't beat this. They saying like, okay, check this out. This is the most disheartening thing I ever heard in my life, right? Well, if you want to talk about selling yourself for a belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
They saying this Lovejoy guy got like 300,000-400,000 to go
off of his last fight.
Yeah, to fight Mahmoud. Like, why do you think he fought him and nobody else? It's matchmaking. Like, who the fuck even all the guys that's below this guy, and he picks Christopher Lovejoy. How does Christopher Lovejoy even get in the rankings?
Dude, he barely touched him and he went down.
Oh my God.
Mr. Boxing, let me go back here. Does he still have the haircut, little Usmanov? Yeah, I think he still rocks that little whatever
he got left. Yeah, whatever he got left.
Then you guys who are brought in to lose, but they end up kicking ass. Yep. But the moment they kick ass, it's gonna be harder for them to get a fight unless you got somebody behind you. Dunn has been in Fury, AJ, and Wilder camps. Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either.
There's been some really interesting people in the Wilder camp, man. I loved it when Wilder sparred Gassiev. I thought that was really good. He had somebody else in there who was a really good up and comer, man. I'm forgetting his name, but he was another Russian guy that he had sparred, who was really good. But Gassiev comes to mind, who's fighting a heavyweight now. I know he fought somebody recently from I don't know, but I mean he's very solid.
I mean there is some pretty interesting guys that's like around here. It's just that I just think that they just never got there like a good solid people in their corner. You know what I'm saying, to help them out. Along the way. Then these guys probably got regular jobs and shit like that. But if I was what, to tell you the truth, if I was a fighter, man, if I was a heavyweight, man, I'd be like, man, put me in there with that Anderson dude, man. Let me get up in there. Let me get up in there some way, somehow. There's let me get up in here, man. And I know General Anderson's team probably ain't going to put him in there with too much of heat. But at some point, man, you're gonna have to make your mark. At some point, you're gonna have to risk it all. You're a young guy, you can take an L and come back, or you can keep on waiting. You know what I'm saying? You can try to do like the whole Anthony Joshua 17, 19 fights. I became this and the third. Everybody can't make it like that, but you got to risk it all at some point, man. And to be on a grand stage is this, to fight, a journeyman or somebody that's not going to get you anywhere, because this is a big ass stage. This fight right here is the fight that a lot of people will be talking about later on. And he could either, his team could either be like, yeah, let's fight one of these bums, or let's get up in here and let's fight somebody that's going to get you somewhere for a world title. Dan Watcher said, fuck Gerald Anderson. I like, and F.A. Java. I ain't got nothing against those guys. They can have their own opinions about stuff, but, I can't, it's just their opinions, you know what I'm saying? Unless I know that somebody, unless I know that Anderson was saying that the clout chase to get somewhere, I'm not gonna hold it against him. It's just his fucking opinion. You know what I'm saying? What does he know? He only got 9 fights. He probably don't even know what gloves are supposed to look like. He probably doesn't know what hand wraps are supposed to look like. So he probably don't even know the rules and regulations with all this shit to even be woofing at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because you only got 9 fights. You know, you go over to one of these other countries, Russia or like, Big Baby Miller said, hell nah, I ain't going to Bulgaria. He said that out of his own lips, live live and in color. That's, just, it is what it is, Mr. Boxing Today too said Emmanuel Stewart would invite top up and comers and contenders to Klitschko camps. He sent you home if you weren't getting beat up. Damn. He said if you weren't getting beat up, if you were getting beat up, you're going home.
But that's how it's supposed to be, right? I mean, that's how it is at the lower weights as well. I mean, just in general, you're going to get the prospects to try to bring them in, and they'll do what they need to do. I mean, yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with that Emmanuel Stewart thing, Mr. Boxing Today too, because if you ain't putting, if you can't put in no effort, that's how you weed out the crop. You can't just be having these guys
like that. Watcher,
huh?
Watcher said it's not supposed to be like that. He'd send you home if you were getting beat up. I mean, well,
no. Watcher didn't say that. He's saying Dillian White wouldn't go to Bulgaria either. He said no surprise. No, it isn't Tyrone. It's not. It really isn't. Laugh out loud.
He's probably trolling. Dillian White wouldn't go to Bulgaria. Yeah, he didn't want to go there either. Man.
And then the thing about it is that why?
That was a fight he could have won.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But I'm real interested in like why he didn't want to go, like, and he didn't.
Why didn't he want to fight Brazil? It was probably because they already had the Chisora thing going, but I mean, that was a gimme.
We talked about this, Tyrone.
Well, Brazil could have caught him because then he would get, he likes
Tyrone. We talked about it, and I seriously think the reason why he didn't like Roger up on fighting Brazil was because somebody told him different. And that's when you hear all these Dillian White is the mandatory when he wasn't, and all the other fugazi ass shit. I seriously, in my opinion with that, I think that somebody told him different and gave gave him whispered in his ear and gave him promises.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he would have beat his ass, then he would have been in competition with Anthony Joshua when it comes to Deontay Wilder. And I don't think they ever really wanted Deontay Wilder to fight Dillian White. Because if you just look at all the signs with it, they wouldn't guarantee Wilder a shot at Anthony Joshua if he fought Dillian White, which they could have. There's nothing saying they couldn't. There's an agreements, contracts, and all that stuff. It all is all what you write on paper. Anything you could do, anything that you want. You could that could have happened. Promissory note or something, and they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like Mr. Boxing Today just said right there, WBC should have made White versus Brazil for that mandatory position. They should have.
Yeah, they should have locked something in. Watcher said, I'm laughing a lot today. Did someone buy McDonald's for you? Yeah, my brother did. We
what
just
got
some chicken nuggets. I got 20-piece chicken nuggets. I still got like about 11.
What kind of sauce?
Yeah. Honey mustard.
Oh, that's what I be getting, my man.
Yeah, honey mustard.
That's what I be getting.
A lot left.
Hey, do y'all got Culver's?
Culver? No, I had Culver's when I was working in Illinois.
What you think about their chicken strips, man?
I mean, we've got something called Royal Farms, and it tastes like that. Royal Farms is around here, so
I think the chicken strips pretty good, man.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. I mean, it's like it was a bit sweet though. It was a bit sweet, a little bit.
Yeah, that's a cornmeal.
Yeah, because over there, I had it in Illinois, and fuck, the whole, you know how it's a Midwest chain, like they love their cheeses and stuff. It's just like it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah. Watcher says something. Watcher look like Watcher fucking typo and shit, but it looked like he's saying they did Mr. Boxing. They did call for a mandatory. Did I forget that shit?
I think Brazil said he would put it on the line. I don't know if they did or not. I'd have to go back and check that. But
it won't be the first time somebody reneged on something. So
the whole reason Brazil,
they actually did in 2000 in February 13th, 2019. Independent UK said the WBC has ordered a heavyweight bout between Dillian White and Dominant Brazil to determine who will become the mandatory challenger for heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder.
I mean, that was a gimme fight. I mean,
yeah, I think he would have knocked his ass out.
Who you think White would have knocked out Brazil?
Yeah, I think he would have knocked his ass out. I think one of them left hooks would have slipped in. Yeah, and it'd have been all she wrote.
But again, that's my thinking too. But listen, maybe these guys, maybe his handlers know something we don't. Maybe we saw it in the Povetkin fight. You know, I mean, maybe there's something that this guy is just is not it.
I think it was the Urban Dictionary. I think it was the Urban Dictionary told somebody something. I think it was the Urban Dictionary. No, I'm just joking. No,
I mean White. I mean White.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think Dominic Brazil threw that Urban Dictionary and did something to him, like, you know. Yeah, but I just think that, you know, when we just go through and look at the ranking system with boxing, it's not just the heavyweight division. It's like all these fucking divisions.
They ordered Linares Broner a couple years ago, believe it or not. I mean, it's, you know, these guys do what they want. I mean, I just came from Kano Loco Sports. I was watching Kano Loco, you know, shout out to Kano Loco Sports. You know, he had a top ranked fighter.
He always got fighters on there.
Yeah, who was it? Abraham Nova. He had him on. And this dude was popping off at the mouth talking about how boxing is a business and why he fights at 130. He said, why would I fight O'Shaquie Foster? Yeah, he got some nice skills, but it does nothing for me and stuff like that. I mean, well, this is boxing today, I guess.
But that's the thing. Like you're not going to get, like, these boxers today, they know who's skillful, right? They know who's not.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They know who's competition. They know who's not. You know, you see how many fights Crawford go to. Mm-hmm. You know, we see him at a lot. We see Crawford at more fights than a lot of these fighters, besides Sean Porter, sir. But it's like one of those things. Is like, if you keep having that mindset, right? It's kind of like you tell him. It is just my opinion, right? I'm not saying this is what they're doing or how they feel, but it's like you giving that fighter a false sense of identity to feel that being something that you should be in the future is now. Like, you should be fighting these guys to show the whole world your talent, to show the whole boxing scene between your peers that you are that guy. Because who the fuck is going to talk about you if you're going to sit by on idle waiting for a shot? There's a reason why everybody don't get a Pacquiao fight. There's a reason why everybody don't get Canelo fight. There's a reason why everybody don't get a Spence fight, a Crawford fight, Wilder fight, Charlo fight. Fucking the list keeps going on. There's a reason why people don't get them. Because it's like all these boxers out here is like, what have you done for me lately? To other boxers. Like, oh, you don't have a belt, you don't have this, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. But How is boxing supposed to be like the 70s, 80s, and 90s when you guys ain't mixing it up to weed out these guys? There's a reason why Emmanuel Stewart was kicking people out the gym and sending them home if they were getting beat up, because that was weeding out the weak links. So if boxing weeds out these weak links, then there would be stiff competition. Then people will be getting paid more because now people will be watching. There ain't no stiff competition. That's the reason why people ain't watching. You turn the fight. Oh, we about to watch Ryan Garcia. Oh, first round knockout. He fought a bum. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Oh, Canelo fought this guy. Oh, he knocked out a bum. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. All these years, this whole time with Pacquiao, all of a sudden Spence get the fight. I'm not surprised, but should have saw it coming. But what's happening?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like. That's why when people say, "Oh, it's for Undisputed, it's for this, the World Boxing Super Series, and blah blah blah," woo. The reason why I wasn't tripping, the reason why I don't trip on that is because I just want to see the fights that I want to fucking see. Don't be trying to put me all up in the matrix and feel that me as a boxing fan, if I don't want to see Undisputed, I'm wrong and I'm this, then the third, blah blah woo. We all want to see what we want to see.
Undisputed. Yeah, me neither, man. I don't care about Undisputed. The only thing I care about is the best fighters.
Yeah, but I want to. But I'm saying I want to see Undisputed, but I want to see it my way.
Exactly.
I don't want to see the fictitious way of you lining everything up and not fighting 50-50 fights. Because I don't think Canelo versus Caleb Plant is a 50-50 fight. I don't think it is.
Me neither. No, I don't think so.
Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, but that's my opinion. Let me read some of these comments because somebody watcher up in here.
If he can use his size, maybe Caleb Plant can do something, but
do you think I don't think he got the artillery, man.
Yeah, the punching power.
I don't think he got enough bang in it. He got tomahawks, but it got half the bang. As a real one. Let me read some of these things. I think what Mr. Boxing today was saying was like, well, I'm just gonna say what he said because I'm not gonna say what he mean. But he says Mr. Boxing today too says at Watcher, made it actually happen. I think they need to stop being so soft. If you don't fight who the fuck I want you to fight, then give me the motherfucking belts. I'll give them to somebody else. You saying that you've been waiting 300 days for whatever the case may be? Well, give me that shit and you can keep on waiting. Y'all get in that room. Y'all get to work on that paperwork and y'all figure it out. We got Jalik, the leader, up in here. What's up, man?
What's good, bro? How you been?
Just chilling, talking boxing. What's happening?
I'm doing amazing, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's good. That's good.
Yep.
Taking care of yourself. That's always good.
Yep.
You want to chime in on some of this?
Nah, I just got on how you said your topic is with Wilder will have to confront his accusations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will.
This is like sink or swim, which is crazy. That press conference is gonna be real interesting. Let's see if he's learned from it, because Tyson Fury is a master manipulator and he has stage presence. Like in music, you can be a nice rapper, but if you don't have stage presence, like your shows will be corny, but you might sell a lot of records. So one thing about Tyson Fury, he has stage presence, and he know how to get in people's head. And Wilder has stage presence, but he's gonna have to really learn how to control and because they're gonna be doing everything they can to get in his head because he's very dangerous, and they know the more emotional Deontay Wilder is, the easier it is to come out victorious in a sense. So it's gonna be a battle of the mind, and hopefully the Wilder learn. We gonna see starting on Tuesday. The games begin.
Well, this is not. It's not. This press conference is really not going to be think or swim or anything like that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because between the time of this press conference, if it happens Tuesday, and the fight, there's ample enough time to get your mind right. You could be pissed the fuck off at a press conference and stuff like that, but it's what you do outside of them cameras that's what's going to, mean the most. And I got a game this Sunday. I had a game last Saturday. I got a game this Sunday.
Okay.
And I can feel all types of ways before the game and stuff like that, but you just got to have the mindset that just trust the system and do what you're supposed to do. Whether or not people are playing dirty or not. I had a game, a motherfucker hit me in my motherfucking dick. I'm talking about socked the shit out of me, dropped me to my motherfucking knees, and got up, walked off to the sideline, looked at my thing, and got back in the motherfucking game and start and did what I was supposed to do. I didn't get off track because I knew that if I was to do anything else, probably would have cost us the game. I think he has ample time. I think the most think about this thing is what the confronting his accusations, because that's really what they are. Wilder believes that he was wrong. That's what the definition of accusations is. If any people want to think about it, at what the word means and stuff like that, and whoop up to Oxford, that's what it means.
Fury is going to have to confront his accusations, or because you said Wilder would have to confront.
Yeah, Wilder would have to confront his accusations. The definition of accusations is...
Accusations. What do you mean by that?
The definition of accusations is you believe that somebody did you wrong. So you have to confront that in the press conference, because people most likely will ask those questions, or it's going to come up from the other party.
Okay, so with being that Tyson Fury is like great at playing mind games and a manipulator, what do you think Tyson Fury is going to do?
Yeah, well, Tyson Fury can be a good mind manipulator, but a good mind manipulator with who? See what I'm saying?
So what do you think Tyson Fury is going to do?
He's going to grandstand. He ain't got no other choice. He wants to be the center of attention at all times. So the best thing for him to do is to make fun of it, make light of it, and talk his shit. But guess what?
He's gonna do.
Everybody know what he's going to do. Everybody that has a lick of sense should know that. But the thing about it is, Wilder should already know that as well, and it shouldn't. It's going to, no matter who you are, it's going to get to you. You know what I'm saying? But it's what you do in those moments is what's going to set you apart. But he has time between this fight, from the press conference to the fight, to get his mind right. So, and his mind is probably already right.
Okay, so if you was his manager or was like on his team, what would you tell Wilder to do? And what would you?
I would tell Wilder this. I would tell Wilder this exact words, right? He did not send a cease and desist letter. You saying that you got proof? If that's the case, if that's what you said, mean what you say, and that's it.
Okay.
There's nothing else you can do.
All right.
You can sit up over here. It's like, well, do like Tyson Fury would, or in Anthony Joshua with their interviews and say, well, I'm not going to talk about this at the time, blah blah blah, woo woo woo. Well, then people are going to have shit to say about that too. You might as well just say what the hell you said and mean it.
Yeah.
I would double down because he wouldn't be able to do shit anyway. So what? I'm the most hated anyway. If I'm Wilder, Wilder right now is one of the most hated boxers in boxing today. In the fact that he just says what he means, he believes that people don't like him. Even if he wins, people will still won't like him. People didn't like him when he was winning anyway, so it doesn't matter. Double down. Whatever happens, happens. Nothing. They can't do anything about him calling him a cheater. I will go to Fury's face and tell him he's a cheater. It doesn't matter to me.
He is a PED user. He is a cheater.
Yep, I would just double down on it.
But
not a
what
big deal.
are your thoughts on the other besides the gloves, the other things that do you think that's beneficial for him to even speak on that during the press conference?
I was telling Mike this earlier. I really don't care what some of these fighters say. Only thing I know is what I see in that ring. And what I saw in that ring, and that's fact, is Wilder looked like he was about to collapse before the first bell.
Okay. So do you think there's things that Wilder could have done that caused it himself?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea. I know he said something about his leg, and I've never heard about it since, which I think is weird.
He did.
Which I think is weird. I think that should, that has to come to light. We have to really know what went on with that leg. If he said it,
I put it to you like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Is no matter how you put it and how you turn it, is Deontay Wilder's truth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't mine, it's his. So that's what he believes. And as far as what my eyes see and stuff like that, I can't erase that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's his truth. If he feels that he was cheated and stuff like that, it's his prerogative to go about any way that he chooses to see fit and stuff like that. Because if I was him, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do if I was in Deontay Wilder's shoes. I don't know what I would do if I was on that stage of boxing and I feel that I feel that the rug was taken from under me. And a lot of people out there can say, I know I see people out there that says, not on this chat, not you, but I've seen people say what they would have done, but they never have accomplished something of this magnitude ever in the day in their fucking life. Half of these cats out here never bought a brand new car.
Well, that's what.
Never bought a house.
Talk about that. Like you do know that any sport is like the percentages is real. Like in basketball, it's only like a 0.5% of the population that does it. So that's in every sport.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? With every sport, with regards to what?
Are you mentioning that people haven't really done nothing and they criticizing?
No.
What
I'm saying that people have never done something on this magnitude and saying what they would have done.
Well, that's how sports is.
No. People, that's how life is.
Exactly.
That's not how sports is, but that's why I said it. So you can say what you're saying. What you were saying is like X amount of percentage of people who watch sports never done this and done that. What I'm saying is that you can say whatever that you want to, you could say whatever that you want to say that you would do, but you could for sure within 100%, you don't know. And that's a fact.
Are you talking as far as like Wilder, the way he responded?
Yeah. You can't say what you would have done.
So let me ask you this. Do you think a person's behavior is based on their characteristics of who they are as a person?
It's based off a lot of things. It could be based off a lot of things.
What is it based on?
It could be based off a lot of things.
Like what?
It could be based off of truth. It could be based off of other people. It could be based off of advisors. It could be based off of a lot of things.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that if you really listen to what I'm saying, you would get the gist that really I don't care at this moment. You really get the gist on that the way I'm talking and stuff like that. I'm saying it in such a way to make clarity to all of it. That's the reason why I named my title the way I named it. Because I named my title the way I named it to tell everybody that at the end of the day, people are still going to ask Deontay Wilder these questions. And he has options to respond. And whichever way he responds, it's not up to me and nobody else. It's up to him.
The fight is like 45 days away. 44. It's like 6 weeks away. It's real quick. And I don't know if he's training in Alabama or I know he got. I think he got houses in different cities, but breaking camp and flying across the country. That's the thing about. I don't know what
They all gonna be breaking. They both gonna be doing that.
But Vegas is only 3 hours away from LA, so it's a big.
But we saw reports that this guy was in Florida. We saw reports that Tyson Fury was in Florida.
True.
So was he really in camp the whole time, or was he just having fun? We saw him at NASCAR events. We saw him at other events.
That's true.
So it's like one of those things. Is like there's both sides to the story. You know what I'm saying? And we can't just always go with the first thing that we see. We got to look at the whole overall picture.
So the closer you are to LA, the better in that situation, because it even in football, in most let me see, Seattle. I think Seattle was as the AFC team, right? So it's a big difference flying from Seattle for the AFC Conference Championship and fighting, going against the Dolphins and flying way across. That's a big difference, especially with football, because you only got a week to get ready. Or the Super Bowl will be 2 weeks. That's a big difference on your.
But in the NFL is different.
I'm not debating with you, bro. I'm just
they do a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't even know.
I'm just using an example. So I'm just saying that the closer you are to your camp, it's usually better. So a lot of times breaking your camp when you got 6 weeks to go sometimes can be something. And that's why this press conference, because when you start talking and a lot of things people don't realize. When you talk and you can burn your energy by talking and getting in certain situations. So this press conference is going to be the beginning. I'm hyped to watch it, to be honest with you, because I was like, okay, are they really? Because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen. But when they didn't announce it, like I gave it to like March 31st, I was like, I don't think it's going to happen.
Well,
pushing it. They kept pushing. They kept, yeah.
Well, let's keep it real.
You keep cutting me off, bro. Go ahead.
Because I'm not cutting you off to be disrespectful or anything, but like, let's keep it a buck. Wilder has been training for months for Tyson Fury. He just didn't start doing this. He's been training for this guy for months. This whole mediation, arbitration, even before mediation, he's already been training for this guy. He didn't just start this stuff with the videos that we saw. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if you're going to have to do these things, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to travel. You're a professional athlete. You're going to have media calls and stuff like that. You're going to have to go up over here for press conferences and stuff like that. It's all good. I'm not, it's kind of like you're nuking it. Like you thinking into in depth of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's how you perceive it, bro. All of us don't look at the world the same. So this is how I perceive it.
Well, you're probably correct, but
yeah, that's how you perceive it. And then I perceive it a little differently. I'm rooting I want Wilder to win. I think I think Fury gonna beat him again, but I'm pulling for Wilder, and I'm hyped for the fight, and I can't wait for it to happen. But Wilder has
Why are you pulling for him if you think he's gonna win? If
say
you
what?
think Fury's gonna win,
Say what?
why are you pulling for Wilder if you think Fury's gonna win? It's
You mean?
really one way
It's about the
or
truth.
the other.
No, the truth don't work like that. You can want somebody to win, but you can be truthful.
But you don't believe in him.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't mean anything really. I
don't
just
have
don't
to-
like it when people do this. You know, they'll
You
say
don't
they
like
want
what?
somebody to
Why
win.
don't you like
They're
that?
pulling for somebody, but I don't think they're gonna win. Then there's no really
That's
point
not.
to
That's
even
like a natural
pull
thing.
for them.
Like you don't do that with either other sport. Like
No.
you might like the team.
No.
Okay, let's break it down. What other sport do you watch besides boxing?
Basketball.
Okay, you like basketball. Who's your favorite team?
My favorite team's the Knicks.
The Knicks. Now you know the
Right.
Knicks is usually garbage, right?
Well,
Now,
they just got bounced out.
But they
They
got
got
the
the
little
playoffs
better.
first
But
time since
when they was
2013.
playing these last couple of years, they was playing certain teams. You knew most likely they wouldn't win, but you was rooting for them, right? So that's a natural thing.
I don't follow basketball like that. I just check the box score.
So if the Knicks was your team, was you rooting for them or was you not rooting for them?
But what do you mean? I root for them when I watch them.
Okay. So whenever you watched them,
right?
Did you think they was gonna win every game that you watched?
Yes, because I watched them play teams that they were gonna beat.
Okay. Even though the Knicks was garbage and they wasn't winning,
I wasn't watching them then. I stopped watching them until they just came back to the playoffs. Now, when they started playing, when they have Randall now, they've got RJ Barrett and everybody else like that. But that 8-year gap, I thought that the Knicks would go to the finals in 2013 with Melo and J.R. Smith and all of them.
You thought they would go to the finals?
Yes, sir.
But with 82 games, you thought they was gonna win every game?
I thought they were gonna go to the finals. I thought they were gonna go win the chip. That's what counts.
So it sound like every single game you thought they was gonna win.
Of course.
Okay.
They're my team, right?
You understand that? Like you can root for somebody, but you can also be real too and just be like, yeah, their chances of doing it.
But it's boxing is different.
Why? Okay. Stop
boxing
right there. Why is boxing different? Because it's
boxing is different sport? Because if I go and fight somebody, I might never get the chance to fight that guy ever again.
So
but in basketball, I can sit here and play somebody that week, maybe tomorrow at their house.
Are you saying that all boxing fans, if you like the person, should automatically think that they're gonna win and bet their money and certain things like that? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say bet your money.
Or what are you saying? Now, how should boxing? If you're the person that's responsible for people's behavior, right? So how should fans behave?
How am I responsible for somebody's behavior? You can feel how you want to feel, but I'm saying I don't like certain people's behavior. Like I don't like your behavior. That's your behavior.
So are you an extremist, bro? You sound like
you really gonna do this, man. Well, we don't really have time for this, and this is a
you sound like an extremist, and that's how an extremist talk.
I mean,
that's
how much
extremists think?
I come to your house and I feel this way. I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in how you feel. I don't like how you feel, but I can't change what you do. Your behavior. I don't like your behavior. I don't like you. I can't change that.
Hold up.
If you're an extremist, then that's your problem.
I mean, how much boxing we watch? We're all damn near extremists. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can say you're not, but how much boxing I watch, I can say damn near I'm a fucking extremist when it comes to boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. I'm a fanatic. You know what I'm saying? So, let me read some of these comments real quick. We can get back to this whole.
Watcher said, "Ha, here we go." He said,
yeah, we can get back to y'all back and forth. Mr. Boxing Today too said, "I can see Plant winning a few early rounds, outboxing. Then he gets gradually touched up and walked down, countered. Man, yeah,
it could be. I don't know.
Man, I don't see him winning though. I tell you that
I'm
much.
not invested. I'm not too invested in that
Yeah, me
fight.
neither. He also goes to say that's exactly what I mean. Michael, force the fights or else. Hell, White is
Mhm.
trying to get your organization title. White is trying to get your organization's title. Make him fight his elimination bout or drop him from the top 10 rankings. I mean, they dropped fucking Michael Hunter a little bit, right? Mr. Boxing Today too said Fury is okay with embarrassing himself, so he will make light of anything Wilder says at the presser. In my opinion, he would probably agree with Wilder that he is a cheater to mock the situation. Damn, that's the most I ever seen him talk shit about somebody. Watcher said couldn't care less about it anymore. Jaleel the leader said, Fist, I agree to Mr. Boxing Today too. Mr. Boxing Today too says Scott said this is Wilder's third camp, so he has been getting busy in the gym. See? Watcher said, he says, Watcher, haha, here we go. Mr. Boxing Today too said,
Yes.
I pull for Vikings every Sunday. Yep. And I tell you one thing, I ain't never seen a Raiders fan say their team gonna lose. Mr. Boxing Today too said, you can pull for Wilder, but still believe he's an underdog. Nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with it, but
It's the climate. It's the climate. It's the climate. If you talking about it tactically from something like the first fight, that's your business. I really don't care. Even now, that's your thing. Doesn't mean I must like it. I can say I don't like you or I don't like that behavior. That's my prerogative, and I don't care how you feel about it. That's my personal business.
I definitely don't care what you think about me. Like, I don't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this: there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys who I'm not saying you're one of them. I don't know you.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys out there talking about, oh, well, I really like Wilder. I like what he's done for the sport. He's this, he's this, he's this, and all negatives next to it. All negatives. Oh, he can't be Fury. He can't do this. He can't do that.
Wilder. I like Wilder, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully he can, pull it off, or even just do it, just do his best. Because even if he lost, doing his best, people don't jump ship. A lot of times, people jump ship when you start to make excuses and certain things like that, or get caught with like PEDs, like John Pascal. But losing a fight don't make you naturally a loser. You know what I'm saying? It's how you lose and different things like that kind of reveal your character and who you really are. So that's what Deontay Wilder has to face. And boxing is a mental sport. And it's, of course, it's physically, and hopefully he's improving. And because he definitely got a chance. I mean, he definitely got a chance. There's certain things he gonna do, but we'll see. We'll see where he is at from a mental standpoint. Beginning with the press conference. The thing about it is, I don't think they're gonna have not NDA agreements where you can't bring it up. So it's gonna be real interesting. Because one thing about Wilder, people can say what they want. Wilder brings excitement to not just boxing but heavyweights. He's real super polarizing. So even the people that don't like him make him people don't realize even the people that hate him actually makes him a bigger star. So because it's all about energy.
I would say, I'm not reading. I don't read in too much with press conferences when it comes to people's mindset or anything like that. And the reason why I don't is anything can happen, once they leave. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, anything can happen. Anything can change on both parties. What I've seen, the people that talk the most shit have the most insecurities when it comes to boxing. And we've seen it. The people who has the most. That's what it seems. Majority of it. Majority of these fighters. You got to. I put it to you like this, right? The guy, Malik Scott, said they in their third fucking camp. You went to mediation, you went to arbitration, went through all that. There ain't, and you deal with the whole press. After that, there ain't no mental weakness. There ain't none. You know, for you to be dedicated to working on becoming a better boxer than you was in your last fight, there ain't no mental weakness. A press conference ain't going to define that. A words ain't going to define that. Only thing that's going to define that night on the 24th. That's the only thing that's going to show it.
Yeah, you're right. You know, you're right. Because one example, we'll see where his mind state is at Wilder. So let's see if he's gotten over it. But one example is Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo too. Based on the press conference, you'd be like, yeah, Tony Harrison gonna win this rematch because it looks like, you know, he got the best of him. He was talking, he was, you know, good. You know, I'm sure y'all, if y'all seen the press conference, was on compared to the first fight. Because to be honest, I thought Charlo won the first fight, but and we see who won the rematch. So it definitely goes down to and nobody can fight for him. You know what I'm saying? His fans can't fight for him. Fury fans, Wilder, they can't fight for him. So it's between one-on-one. And let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what Malik Scott, see what their game plan is gonna be, see how he handles pressure. See if Fury's gonna do the same thing. He's probably gonna do the same thing because it increases his chances of winning, because one shot with Wilder he's super, man. He's super dangerous. He's different, man.
Let me read this comment. Mr. Boxing Today too said, I'm only talking about the 19 rounds I've seen them fight, and I'm assessing it from that. He says,
she said holds no dominion over my technical style breakdown. I mean, yeah. Listen, if people said Wilder should improve after the first Fury fight, I'm not here to disagree with you. I'm not even going to really disagree with you. Then you can do the technical stuff. That's definitely cool. I think the best breakdown of a fight between those guys, people should be looking towards the first fight and not the second fight. Him coming forward and all that stuff is going to work against him in this third fight.
Break that down. What makes you think that?
I do not even it doesn't even, the second fight does not even come to my equation.
Okay. I already know your answer to that.
So you don't think he gonna?
No chance. So if Fury, what Fury should do in this third fight, he should fight him like he did in the first fight.
Oh wow! Why should he do that? He won, but why would he do that? He's gonna
get touch coming forward because this time it's gonna be a guy who has legs.
Oh, okay.
I do not. There's no. Have you seen Charlo versus Highland?
Oh, the guy I seen highlights. The guy that had the
one leg. It wasn't that bad, but that was Wilder Fury too.
Got that bitch
basically for me. Now, if I had Fury edge the first fight, I thought Fury edged the first fight, but I do not believe in this domination stuff that people are talking about, man. If anything, like Mr. Boxing Today said, at least these guys are evenly matched. We've got to see what's going on. The only thing I care about is the fight. I don't even care about the press conference. I just want to see what goes down the 24th.
Oh, I'm interested in seeing that press conference, though.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Leighton Evelyn is a troll. Leighton Evelyn is a troll.
Who was that? Oh,
yeah.
Let's
Tyrone is
let it be for a minute.
Yeah, I'm definitely delusional.
I mean, but that's the thing, Tyrone, is like that's the reason why I try to hit on and like not be all up in people's grills You could have left the person alone for a little bit, but whatever.
Who hit him?
Not me, but
I didn't do
Watcher
it.
did. Fuck it.
Oh, okay. Then.
That's the reason why I just try to, just listen to people and not just, hit, give really that much effort into like a lot of their opinions because I just try to look at both sides of the picture because, there's pros and cons to both of the camps. There's pros and cons to both of these fighters. You know, and the last fight, I mean, if you don't believe that he had his legs, that's all on you.
He did not. There's video proof that he.
Well, Tyrone. Some people, that's just how they feel.
I don't know why people don't.
And that's
that.
that's their prerogative. You know what I'm saying? And
I think everybody think of it like you think of it.
Well, because I know I live in a society to where people can really just say anything and people believe in it. That's the reason why.
I like. Listen.
Hold up, Tyrone.
Go ahead.
Why do you think that if Matchroom Boxing pays YouTubers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They paying people on social media to get in these comment sections.
Oh yeah. You
see what I'm saying? They paying people to be personalities on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh yeah.
That's in direct correlation with social media.
Oh yeah, you're right about that, bro.
That's the reason why you have terms like social media propaganda.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you on that, bro.
And there's TV shows that depict things like this, whether or not it's elections or not, with people sit up over there in a room with 20, 30 computers, and everybody got multiple accounts spreading shit. And the reason why they do is because people are so eager to get their news from social media than to get their news from the source. See what I'm saying? Because we get our news from Michael Benson, but he actually works for a news company. We get it from Coppinger, but he actually works for a news. Well, you could call it a news company.
I don't know who Coppinger. I don't know. I thought he was with PBC, and I don't know if he left or I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but he's a journalist.
Yeah,
he writes shit. See what I'm saying? And he writes stuff for other people. They just slap their name on it. You see what I'm saying? And so, I know that, today's society is strange. You can have somebody around here talk about everything but arbitration and say Fury versus AJ is happening. And then when all the cards are laid on the table and everybody got to flip them over, you see all these promoters and boxers pointing the finger at one of each other. No, it was them. No, it was them. No, it was them. Instead of taking ownership. Because still, at the end of the day, they still trying to save face. And so when people say things, I just look at the overall picture to be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the overall picture from where, like you said, from where I see is this. Because can't nobody, like you've been saying, can't nobody define your reality. Shouldn't nobody define your reality for you. You should be the one doing that. Not a fucking book, not a magazine, not an article. You should be the one defining your sense of reality.
Yeah, you're right.
My sense of reality is them legs didn't look right.
Yeah, he he didn't look like he was best, and that happens. I mean, we see it all the time. Sometimes you're just not at your best, and then you work through it. See, the thing that made it challenge, the thing that makes it complex is the reason why. So he didn't take ownership. He said it was something outside of himself. That's almost like it was something outside of himself that caused his legs to get weak. So that's why it's there. But if he believes it, see, that's what we don't know. That's why this third fight is real important, because it's your ego is a you know how they say the devil is your liar. The devil, we know the devil is not a figure. It's your lower self competing against your higher self. So your ego is so against you that it'll lie just to feel comfortable. So it's easier for you to say, "Oh, my legs was this way," instead of it's something that you do, because it's easier to deal with. That's why the truth is real powerful. That's why when you have like yes men around you to validate your ego, it becomes acceptable because the truth. And then you might have a friend that tell you the truth. You might not no longer want to be friends with that person, but maybe 10 years later, when you really learn a lesson that you needed to learn, you'd be like, shit, he was telling me the truth, but I stopped hanging with him. And then you feel so remorseful, like, damn. But the people that's just telling you what you want to hear is acceptable. So these are things that Wilder has to deal with in his own mind. So it's deeper than just, it's deeper than that, because
well, it could be.
It's deeper. It's deeper than that.
No,
now,
it could be.
If outside of your, if the reason why he lost was if he's not accountable for nothing, because that's crazy. When you lose and you not nothing was your fault. You fought a southpaw 3 months and had a short camp. Why did he fight a southpaw and Luis Ortiz? And it's like I said, this is coming from a fan, but I'm not a stan, and I'm not an extremist, and I don't worship humans, and I don't worship celebrities, and I don't worship boxers. I spit the truth. So why would you fight a southpaw? You fighting Tyson Fury 3 months before the fight. So it's certain things that truth has to be revealed. If you ain't about the truth, then you ain't really real, and that's just how it is.
Well, Jalik, I would say this, because as soon as you said the yes man thing, like that's going down the rabbit hole, because nobody knows.
That's
Nobody
why
knows.
you know yourself. When you know yourself, you know the truth.
No, but
you know what's the real.
But this is what I'm saying is, right? Nobody knows how Wilder's last camp went, right?
Yeah.
Nobody really knows how Tyson Fury's last camp went.
Tyson
right?
know. They know themselves.
Yes. They do. And you know, Wilder wasn't just hitting on his legs. He was hitting on how his head felt. See what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is heavyweight boxing, right? Unless you're a big boy and you're trying to look good at the last minute, shouldn't really nothing be wrong with your fucking head going into the ring. You're not trying to cut weight and all that shit. Should nothing be wrong with your head. So, you know, when I seen him, even when he tried to when he was rotating his hips around, you can even see that he gets off balance. But that's neither here or there. But I'm not insinuating how his camp went, who he got around him. Yes, there could be multiple things why you could feel that way besides somebody putting juju in your drink. Of course, we all know that we're grown ass men. But what I'm saying is that, and what Tyrone is saying is that no matter if he puts attestation on himself, no matter what he says, the third fight is what's going to show everything.
Exactly.
The dude has been doing all this stuff to get up in here and fight this guy. I don't think he gives a damn about to the extent on how some of these fans feel on social media when it comes to cheating. I don't think he really feels like that. I just think he really feels that he wants to get it back in here and whoop this dude's ass. And that's good enough to put the energy back into somebody for a win.
Yeah. Because one thing he didn't do was quit. He didn't quit. And a lot of fighters be quitting. He didn't quit, man. So you can't question Wilder's heart. He definitely got heart. Because I can name a couple fighters, big Hall of Fame fighters that quit multiple times, but he didn't quit, so he kept getting back up. So that's a good sign.
Let me read Mr. Boxing Today 2's comments. He got two up in the chat. He said Fury pressing him on the front foot with power punches and leaning on him didn't help the leg situation either. After the knockdown in third, he never fully recovered. Yeah, that didn't. I mean,
yeah,
I think he should have just worried about getting his punches off crisp and not telegraphing him. That would have helped him out more. Mr. Boxing Today 2 said Fury pretty much approached the second fight like round 13, which from a style point of view was a good game plan. Yeah, I mean, after he saw Wilder looking like that, he had. I mean, I would have punched him.
He was playing games the first two rounds. Then he was like, "Oh, he really has no legs," and then he went after it in the third round, really, and then after that, of course. But you know me, Mike. I'm a one-issue voter, dude. I'm a one-issue guy. I see something wrong. The whole thing is wrong. I see one thing is wrong. The whole thing is bullshit.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you.
He came in bad legs. He couldn't move. I said, that was bullshit. No matter what, I'm a one-issue voter, dude. I literally look at one thing and the whole thing's up in smoke for me, man.
Rock the vote.
And I'm telling you, my personal belief, Fury, if he wants to hold on to that belt, he needs to get him. He needs to do what he did in the first fight and what he did with Klitschko. He needs to get down lower in weight and play the boxing game and just stack up the rounds. If I was him, because if he really thinks he's not stupid, well, he might be if he keeps pushing it. But I don't think he's stupid. I think he's going to try to. He should try to box, because if he really believes that he thinks he can just come in there and bulldoze like Sean Porter, it's not going down like that at all. Not with somebody who would be on decent legs this time. That's just not it.
Mr. Boxer Today too. Oh, I thought you was done. My bad. Go ahead.
He needs to box, but that's just my opinion.
Mr. Boxing Today too said John Fury doesn't believe this third fight is a good idea. He's usually right about his son. He's been saying that. I thought he said it with the last, but I'll put it to you like this. I'm telling y'all, man, I think Wilder going to end up fucking outboxing this dude.
Yeah, you said that.
And that's my prediction.
Yeah, that's your prediction. Yes.
I'm telling y'all, timing and unpredictability with this guy. That's all it is. People want to say Wilder's been the bully. Look at this guy. He's been damn near taller than everybody, leaning on everybody, putting his palm in people's faces, putting his damn near his elbow down people's throats. I mean, I'm just saying. And now you know, unequivocally, what to do. Ain't nothing to. Now, I'm not saying that his game plan is going to be solid, but I'm telling you, there's ways to beat everybody. There's ways to outbox everybody, man. Just got to figure it out. And Wilder has the tools to do it. He just got to use them.
Yeah, he can do it. I mean, shit, it's a reason he got the bronze medal in 2008, and that was the Demetrius Andrade, Gary Russell Jr., a lot of people.
Rushy Warren, Sean Estrada before he got here. He does construction now.
A lot of good people from 2008, and he got a medal, and none of the other people really got one. So, I mean, it's obvious he can do something. So it's just, and a lot of times when you lose like that, it makes you say, okay, let me. And the most recent case where the person who lost in the first fight by knockout, but that was the second fight. But anyway, was Kovalev versus homeboy from Colombia. a lot of Alvarez. I was like, I didn't think he was gonna win that rematch, but he outboxed him pretty easy. In the second fight, he had Buddy McGirt, and I was like, whoa, he taking an immediate rematch. But hey, so that's why this fight gonna be real anticipated.
It happened with Rob Brandt and Ryota Murata. They said that Ryota Murata can do anything.
Oh yeah,
Rob Brandt it was like a 9. It was something ridiculous on the UD. You know, he clearly beat Murata. Murata came back. It wasn't immediate because Brandt went ahead and got a mandatory, or he got a voluntary out of the way. But for Murata, it was his next fight. It was an immediate rematch for him. He came out, he knocked him out in 2 rounds.
Yeah,
You don't really hear Brandt talk. I heard Brandt come out with an interview recently saying that he'd love a trilogy, but there wasn't much talk after that.
I didn't know.
Yeah. He blew him away in 2 rounds. And it was the same, and I'll tell you this, it was the exact same odds they have this fight at now. At Murata was a plus 250. They have Wilder at a plus 250.
Yeah, so you would put $100 win 2 there. That's not. I think it's gonna go down. I don't know. It's just something about this fight.
I don't think it's a plus 250. I think they should really. Plus 250 is too high. If I'm looking from the boxing public, I put it at like a Wilder at like a plus 170 or 180 or something like that, 160. From the boxing public point of view, not from my point of view.
A lot of people, man, gonna be putting money on Wilder for that fight, so that's gonna change. Those miles are gonna change, but
yeah, the line's gonna change.
But Wilder has Wilder plus 220.
Oh yeah, that's gonna change.
Yeah. Before I saw that plus 250, so it's just it keeps going
Wilder,
down.
like I said, everything about started getting heated up with all the advertisements, and you know how they just gonna be hyping it up. And with the basketball, they gonna put a lot of money into it, you know.
So for every one you get 2.2.
Yeah. Mr. Boxing says shout out to Brandt. Oh, you personally spot? Yeah, he is from up there in Minnesota.
Yeah. He is from Minnesota. Yeah, he with Bomac now, right? He was with Derek James. He was with Bomac.
I think so. I think he's over there now. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Boxing.
So if you bet,
that was a fight coming up.
Damn.
Don't he fight Saturday?
He fights somebody undefeated on the top rank.
Saturday, or he fight the following Saturday?
Let me Google it now.
Yeah, he fighting soon.
I got. He's fighting.
He fight like
the Lomachenko card.
Oh, okay, the 26th.
The 26th. Yeah, he's fighting.
Yeah, I heard the dude he fighting is good too.
Probably some super duper Olympian. He's from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh no. Well, good luck with that, Rob Brandt.
Yeah, I was just looking at it on Bovado, man. That's crazy.
What the Wilder Fury stats right now? Odds right now. It came down when I first saw it. It was like at a plus 250.
Well, that's just this site. I don't know what everybody else got it at, because it's just this bookie.
Yeah,
it's gonna come down.
It's gonna be real anticipated. It's like, I don't know, it's just like a lot of build up to it. So this is we gonna see. It's probably gonna be let me think, probably the biggest fight of the year. So might end up being the biggest fight of the year as far as like eyeballs and everything.
And Mr. Boxing Today said he was rated #1 light heavyweight amateur in the country when I sparred him.
Light heavyweight, and he dropped
really?
Back in 2010.
Damn.
He said that he also says that he thinks Fury is just doing what Vladimir did, laugh aloud, and he says actually want Fury to press Wilder. Either it's a replay of the second fight or Wilder by spectacular highlight reel KO. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I'm predicting some outboxing around there. And all them damn caps and shit like that.
Yeah, he did all them feints. Fury just faint. He can be figured out. Fury is beautiful.
And that's the thing that I don't like from like a lot of these other fans, dude. They think Fury is a god. All of these guys could be beaten on any day,
Tyrone,
even at their best, correct?
you're an extremist. You have other extremists too. So you're an extremist with Wilder, and then you have people that's a Tyson Fury extremist.
But I just said that all these guys, including Wilder, all these guys, even at their best, could be beaten on any day.
I
That's just
know,
the
but
truth. I thought Ortiz, if Ortiz had beat Wilder that first time, shit, man. It looked like it. My brother was calling me because my showtime was lagging. He said that Ortiz hurt him badly. If Ortiz had more in the tank, I mean, it's like
I fight.
all these guys can be beaten. It's just that I don't like when other people put other certain fighters on. You know, they don't really look at the facts.
Yeah, that's they an extreme. They like extremists, man. That's how I feel. That's how people are, man. They be saying some crazy things like nobody can be beat. Anybody can definitely be beat.
All of these guys can be beaten on their day, on their best day.
Lomachenko fans, and it's crazy. Lomachenko making some excuses. We'll see. He gonna be answered. He gonna have to live up. He got 2 weeks. He fight on the 26th, so we'll see him fighting Nakatani. He's making some excuses too. People won't really talk about that, but
I think he'll win that fight. I wish he could have gotten that immediate rematch, but he messed up with his team. He underestimated Lopez.
oh, okay. So you don't just think Lopez was just gonna? You think he'll win a rematch then against Lopez?
I don't think Lopez will fight him anytime soon. I think Lopez will only get better. And I mean, Lomachenko said himself that his best weight is 126, 130, really.
Yeah, 130. He nice.
He had 120. If he could probably do really well at 126. He can make 126. He said he can make 126 right now.
Oh wow.
I don't know why he's at.
Fighting at 135 to get another belt because he ain't gonna get Lopez again. Because
Yeah, I don't. Lopez won't give him that one again. It's just
he see past the Matrix on Top Rank and they're controlling ways, so he ain't playing with them.
yeah. I mean,
so I don't even really want. He dominated Lomachenko like 9 rounds to 3.
I had it closer. I had it like 8-4.
Oh, you had an 8-4, yeah.
I had 8-4.
I want to see him against Shakur because Shakur said he'd dominate Lomachenko. So let's see if Shakur back it up because this fight this Saturday gonna be interesting. That African guy, man, something tells me he gonna land a shot.
Have you seen him fight before? I've never seen this guy fight before. He's from South Africa.
Yeah, I seen clips of him. He got like the Africans usually got a certain like stiffness. He got a little rhythm to him, and he got a sneaky left hook, and then he got heavy hands. And I know most of his fights. He got those. I don't want to hype it up too much, but how Kovalev used to barely hit you, and you Shakur been calling a lot of people that's usually a sign that you distracted, man. That's not cool, bro. He might get buzzed or dropped. I don't know.
There was a guy from South Africa, Nagdoni or whatever his name was, who gave Devin Haney a really hard time. This was probably about 4 years ago. Okay. And when I saw that fight, I just said, I don't know about Devin Haney. I know a lot of my friends are big on Devin Haney. I'm not, but that guy from South Africa just showed me that I don't think Devin Haney can fight on the inside. So if this guy, I feel Shakur has more tools. We have to see. I haven't seen this guy fight. I have to go back and see some footage. So.
Yeah, he believed in this. Yeah, he believed tall too. So and it also thing too. They got a good show. They got a showcase on YouTube on Top Rank channel about Shakur, and his grandpa, his trainer, his grandfather said Shakur is taking this one kind of personal, and I was like, oh man, when you start taking things personal,
Didn't he take that Gonzalez? That one was weird. I thought that
Oh
was
yeah,
the
he
worst
was
build up ever. It made no sense. It was just a shot in the dark with that build up. I thought it was a horrible build up.
Yeah,
His
he
girlfriend or
was,
whatever, that was weird.
yeah, but this one he looked like he might be and he looked like he might try to take it personal and
Has
also
the guy been talking? I don't.
yeah, I think the guy said I missed what he said, but because at first I was like, man, who's this guy? I was like, but I think he might have said something, and I missed what I don't know if it was a certain interview or boxing. I forget where I seen it at, and then I was like, Shakur taking this one there, but also these guys too. It's like they see other fighters getting knockouts like Tank and different things like that. See a female with attention. A lot of these guys have they want to be stars real bad, and they like, okay, this guy's doing this, I gotta stand out. So Shakur, he's not really a big puncher, so let's see. But he is good at breaking guys down though, and he go to the body more than Taney does. But he just, I mean, some people just don't got the power as this guy like Tank. Tank just and Ryan Garcia and them got more power than him. So let's see what happens with him because he better not be taking them light. I'm telling you that.
This guy has 17 knockouts.
Yeah, he better not be.
21 fights.
Yeah, he better not be. Dude, believe in his power for sure.
What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that Clarissa Shields fight that's coming up?
Oh, it's
yeah. I'm watching that tomorrow. I'm interested to see what's going down.
Yeah, she taking chances though. It don't count against her. It's separate, so it don't even count against her. I mean, it affects her brand and her image in a sense, but it don't affect her record. So in boxing,
she's really talking like she's just about to destroy this girl. This is a big girl. She's about as tall as I am.
Well, she's not that good at striking, but her ground game is good.
The chick that she fighting?
Yeah. Oh. She's almost. I'm 6'1". She's like 6 foot, dude. She's a big girl. She is a good girl.
She got the upper hand when it comes to the leg kicks and the ground game, but
I'm girl like 5'10".
Not the hands.
She is a big girl. Let me
well, I wouldn't really. I'm not hitting on the height because that's not really going to be the factor. Clarissa Shields connect them little bitty ass gloves.
Oh yeah,
5'11".
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. I got a funny feeling about this. She might lose, bro. This ain't no joke.
I want to. She's taller than you, Tyrone. No, she is not, dude. She's not taller than you.
Amanda Serrano got another MMA fight coming up too.
Oh, Serrano been doing it for a little longer. Yeah, Serrano.
Yeah.
Nice. Watcher said Clarissa is gonna tap. I mean, is it gonna be like Tony Couture? Couture just went straight for the legs.
Lose, bro. But she's talking so confident. If she wins,
that's what I'm
super confident. I was
that's what I'm saying. The way she's talking to her is like she's one of her boxing, people she's boxing like.
But that's how she does it though all the time.
Yeah, that's
never.
Yeah,
true. I looked at the press like, whoa, this chick is and then I typed the chick name in. I couldn't figure out which one was her, like, because she was in black. And I looked at her fights from a couple of years ago. I was like, man, it'd be crazy if they put her in with whoever. She worked with the dude that used to work for HBO, Mark Taffet. So for him to find an opponent that level, that's kind of crazy. I remember who was it? James Toney done it. He ended up tapping. That ain't no joke, bro.
Well, that dude was beating up James Toney's legs, and James Toney didn't even have no legs.
It was Toney versus Couture. Couture went straight to the legs and put him in a triangle or something like that.
Yeah, this chick
immediately. He didn't even waste time on the feet. He went straight.
Yeah, and I know she probably really try to beat. She know beating Clarissa Shields and bring some clout and some money. Y'all got me wanting to see this shit, man. I wasn't even gonna really watch it.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. I want to see what's going on. I'm
gonna watch that one because you don't see often like an actual boxer has like a full fucking camp and has been working out on this stuff for damn near a year
Yeah.
and hopping in there. It's like, besides Amanda Serrano, she did it. You know what I'm saying? And she's doing it again. I'm gonna watch hers too. Um, but that's is unprecedented because a lot of these male counterparts, people are talking about, well, they're making the UFC look bad. All of them are switching up over there. Well, technically UFC is MMA. It's called mixed martial arts. Like, y'all should know how to box. Technically,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
She,
Like,
she fights the day after. She fights the day after.
Who?
Serrano.
Oh,
She's
she
gonna
got
be
like Friday. Cause what's the day?
yeah.
Wednesday? So tomorrow, Thursday, right?
Yep. That's gonna be
Already
the
okay.
Shields fight.
Yeah, Serrano. She nice. So I got Serrano pound for pound number 2.
yeah, I bought some autographed gloves from her too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, she got a website. You can buy them for like $50-something.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Boxing, man, if she knock out Katie Taylor like I think she can, she might be number 1, man.
Man, that bitch don't want none.
Bro, Serrano is the deal, bro.
Kate Taylor don't want none of this. That's the reason why she keep fighting everybody else.
Yo, she bad, bro. She be really knocking girls out. I'm gonna be, man. She might. If she knock out Katie Taylor, she gonna surpass. They gonna be calling her pound over Clarissa. Watch.
Well, Mr. Boxer today had to correct me, and he said Ray Mercer did beat Tim Silva. That is correct.
I remember that. And
that is correct.
Yeah, Ray Mercer knocked him out in like
smooth.
Yeah, as crazy as
and then watch you gonna talk about some
Thurman having a rematch. That's just part of the collusion. I don't even none of them can beat Earl, Boots, or Crawford. So it don't really. I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's like, what else are they fighting for? Like, they ain't gonna beat.
If Thurman put that flute down, he could beat somebody.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm joking,
if he was serious, he could have beat Pacquiao, dude. I had the Pacquiao fight close.
It was.
I thought that the judges were on point with that one.
Shit, judges got Pacquiao too. A couple of with one of them joints, they got him too.
Sealed it in a sense. Homeboy's conditioning. I'm not sure how great his work ethic is.
Oh yeah, I don't think his work ethic is where it should be. I don't know what's going down with Keith Thurman. I don't know if he'll ever figure it out, but time is ticking.
So that's what they probably promised him. Because I noticed Keith Thurman when I seen Ness from Boxing Voice in the gym. I said, "Oh, okay, he must be getting ready for a fight."
And then Mr. Boxing today too says Couture took Tony down.
Yeah,
quick. He knew better to stay. Yeah, nobody would have. Man, you had your rabbit ass mind if you was.
Couture is he's a really smart guy inside and outside the ring, man. He went and testified at Congress against the UFC.
Yeah, they had no choice. They was being robbed. They got duped.
Yep.
They got duped, and Ortiz fucked that all up. Yeah, Ortiz was supposed to do his part, but he got promised. They always promise the motherfucking shit and leading them on. And then Ortiz tried to be like a congressman or something like that in my state of California. And now he resigned. Get your ass up out of here. Them dudes is smart.
Couture is pretty smart.
People think that a lot of these UFC fighters are dumb and stuff like that. People don't know, like, a lot of them are fucked up, and they've been given all these promises with nothing. That's the reason why, Nate Diaz keep getting fights. They know they fucked up.
Nate Diaz, dude. Oh my god. Oh man.
They know they fucked up with them dudes, man. And they're always trying to find a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? Vince McMahon style. When was the last person you heard that had like a big craze about them besides Conor McGregor and the girl that got kicked in the mouth, Holly Holmes, by Holly Holmes? When was the last time you heard like a fan favorite with all the knockout artists and everybody they have right now? You couldn't go nowhere around town without hearing something about them.
I mean, really, shit. I mean, people who took them mainstream was McGregor and Rousey, but I mean, you've got Anderson Silva.
He
And
didn't. He
John
didn't.
Jones is
He didn't.
always
They didn't
there.
give him the same buzz like them.
No, not like them. No, they don't.
No.
All right, Mr. Boxing today.
All right, Mr. Boxing. And then Watcher said Nate can't fight. Yeah, he can. It's deceptive.
He's overrated, man.
No, he's
Nate
not.
Diaz.
He's not overrated. He's his striking game is deceptive. But the main he's a wrestler. But he chooses not to use it.
I don't know UFC. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know it like
That's
that.
the reason. That's the reason why Conor McGregor literally ran. Conor McGregor in his second fight with Nate Diaz, he was turning his back and running. One of Watcher's pet peeve. That's what he was doing. Go back and watch the tape. The nigga was running. Well, the Irishman was running. Well, like Deontay Wilder and them saying the human was running.
Yeah, I think Edwards beat him this weekend.
Y'all didn't notice that? The reason why they saying human a lot?
Who?
Deontay Wilder and Malik Scott.
What have they been saying recently?
Human.
Oh, I didn't pick that up.
Man, ain't nothing but a substitute for nigga. Nah, I don't really mess around with humans too much. That's nigga.
Oh, is that what he's been saying? Is that what
Y'all didn't catch
saying?
that shit?
Nah, I haven't. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, you talking about when he was on a PBC?
Yeah. Listen to that
Okay,
shit. Like
right,
substitute
yeah.
for niggas. This is like it goes right on point. Like,
Wait,
I see. I see. Yeah. I see what they doing.
So, yeah, I guess it's like because they corporate. PBC is real corporate, so you know.
Yeah, I heard they cut that stream off.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, Watcher said, yeah, I saw that back turn and true coward. Man, Watcher, anybody turn their back, he called him a coward like a motherfucker quick. As soon as you see a boxer turn their back, he like, oh, this fucking coward. Like Povetkin did. Povetkin, he turned his back and ran like a herd, like a swarm of wasps was tearing that ass up.
He just his age, man. He got old overnight, dude.
Y'all never been hit by a swarm of wasps then.
No, I got chased by pit bulls.
No, I got hit by a swarm of wasps, nigga. I was running. All the bitch came out. After the fifth sting,
oh, for
all
real?
the bitch came out. Hell yeah, man. Them motherfuckers told me up.
Multiple ones? Wow, I ain't never heard of that.
I probably got stung like 30 times.
Oh, for real? Oh, you must was in like a.
Nah, we was in the alley.
Oh, wow.
I jumped on this damn mattress, and them motherfuckers came out. And shit, about time I got up and started running, everybody already spearing, and them motherfuckers was on my ass.
They chase you. I got stung. Okay.
On my ass, my head, face, arms, chest, back, everywhere.
It feels like it burns, like it just like
man, I was throbbing
Maybe
everywhere.
Luck though, man.
Huh?
Maybe it was good luck for you or something.
Nah, it wasn't good luck. Keep my ass at them damn alleys in California.
I quit in the gym one. Yeah, that was when I was trying my hand at boxing. This was when I was in middle school. Like I was 12, 13.
You got your ass whipped?
I got hit with a body shot, man. It took the air right out of me. I had to stop. I just went like, I put my hands out and I was like, stop. I had to take my gloves off and just catch a breather, man. No.
Damn.
I was 12. Bro. I was a kid.
I don't know. They say once a quitter, always a quitter. I'm joking. Fucking with you.
I mean, that is not off. But I haven't quit since then. But
Well, I should say that's an excuse.
Again since that was like what 10 years ago almost now.
Damn, you sound like you got more excuses than Deontay Wilder right now.
I mean, it was a good shot. I just never
So,
felt nothing like
he hit
that.
you in the
Like,
stomach. Did
when-
you? How long did it take you to take the gloves off? Was it immediately?
I mean, I had somebody pull them off me. I didn't even take the gloves off.
Or
I
did
had
you
somebody
say,
pull
"Fuck
the
this
gloves
shit.
off me.
I'm not with this"?
I
Like,
spit my mouthpiece out. I was just like, just breathing like that, trying to get air. You know, when you get the air knocked out of you, it's like that.
yeah, remember that too.
Like I
Often.
got hit by a truck or something. It just caught me just right. Oh no, I had to stop.
I remember that just often. The last time I got like, okay, so my uncles, they used to do coke a lot, right? And drink. So I'm like 13, 14 years old. And one of them was outside, like fucking up my brother. And they like 25, 26, right? So I went out there, picked him up, slammed him, and then me and my brother fucking him up. Then as soon as he got up, I kicked that motherfucker in his nuts, and we started going to town on him. My other uncle was like, "You all out there fucking up my brother?" Man, we tried to square up with him. Man, we got fucked up. Next thing you know it, I'm getting hit in the stomach. I can't breathe. I'm still throwing, still tussling. Next thing you know it, my brother, he fucking cowered away and ran. Them motherfuckers one of them grabbed my fucking legs while the other one picked me up by my fucking nipples. And then swung me. Yeah, that was the last time I got the air knocked out of me.
That it was like for me because right before that, I felt that same feeling playing basketball. I went up for a layup and I got elbowed like in my chest, and it was the same feeling. Like I was actually down on the ground, like trying to gasp for air. Like it's weird that it happened in the same year, but I don't know.
Yeah, watch it say couldn't even take actions in your own hands. Disgraceful. Like,
well, I mean, I didn't say I didn't say it wasn't a good shot. I didn't say there was something wrong with me.
You were supposed to
got me.
watch him leave the gym and then bop him right upside the back of his head with something.
No,
you're supposed to get yours back, but you ran. Well, okay, let's see what there's. We got. Don't we got some other news? We hear Billy Joe Sanders is fine.
Supposedly.
Yeah, we hear he's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Allegedly.
And then
I don't know if they really be injured like they saying. They be coming back quick. Daniel DeBose allegedly had a. I don't know.
The block came back really fast, though. Yeah,
coming back fast.
His eye though still looks a bit.
This shit was swole.
Yeah, it looks.
I didn't even watch him fight. Like once he quit like that, I was like, I don't know if I watch him.
His shit
all
was
he needed
swole.
to do, to be honest, all he needed to do was hang on for a couple of rounds, and you could have got a tight decision or something. You never know. I mean, he was up.
With cheating, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's easy to say that, I guess, if on the outside. But then you look at Nakatani. They say he got his face broken against Verdejo, but he came back and persevered and won. So it's
exactly
easy, man. And so did Monster Inoue against No Needle there. Japanese, like, okay, it's like,
yeah, Masayoshi about to get his ass whooped.
Yeah, I think he loses against Lomachenko. I think they'll stop it in the corner.
You think so?
A lot of people are big on Nakatani. I can see why, but I'm still on the Lomachenko train.
It's like okay. How tall is Lomachenko?
Probably like
5'6" on his best day.
Dude, he better not get his ass whooped. But this motherfucker 6 foot tall.
He gonna have to. We know Nakatani is a warrior, like no cat. So if he make Nakatani quit, this is gonna be something else. I don't know, but I don't trust Top Rank. They can do crazy.
This motherfucker from Osaka. Oh, he got money behind his ass.
Nakatani,
Once you stationed over
here. He from Osaka. He got money behind his ass.
Yeah, he
got a lot of money,
bro. And that Teofimo fight, he was tagging Teofimo with them right hands. And Teofimo never dropped him. He tough.
But Teofimo, man, like I just don't care for his style, really. Like I don't care for that. Like, yeah, I don't care for it. Like, I seriously think he got lucky.
So you
I
don't,
seriously think he got lucky with a motherfucker want to give him rounds.
yeah, he dominated that fight against Lomachenko, man.
Motherfucker Lomachenko gave him how many? Gave him like 5, 6. Gave him like 5 rounds.
He
Like,
gave him the first
legitimately, we could say no shot of a doubt, at least 4.
Because he didn't want to get knocked out. Because Lomachenko usually start picking up the pace like around 3, 4. Not like
picked it up way too late.
yeah, because he didn't want to get knocked out. But when he did open up, he was landing some shots on
Yeah, he was peppering him.
Teofimo, but Teofimo persevered and almost dropped him in the 12th round. So Lomachenko that fight is going to be interesting on the 26th. That's the same day Tank fighting on Barrios.
Damn, if Nakatani win, woo!
That's
shit.
I think they're gonna start, but I think they just tell Homeboy to move down because
he will move down. Yeah,
he moved down now. Like, what is he chasing? The belt again? He ain't getting Lopez. And him against Shakur, I mean, why not? That'd be fire. Him against Shakur, because Shakur is talking. Shakur like Clarissa Shields, the way they be talking, they like I'm the best. Bam, bam. They like similar as far as what they saying.
Yeah, but you ain't fought nobody, Shakur.
I know he has it, but he believe it. Did y'all see the thing on Top Rank?
Nah, what happened?
No,
It's good, man. I'm telling you, you wanna watch it. He said at 23, I do a lot of things better than Floyd Mayweather. Like, this dude is super confident. Better than Floyd Mayweather did at 23. And then he talk about, because he got a lot of brothers and sisters. There's 9 of them. Yeah.
If he was doing better than Mayweather at 23, then you would have to actually fight like motherfuckers.
Confident, man. And then his grandfather on there, and they just show again how he was, and how he was balling after he lost against Robiesi in the Olympics. He felt like he let people down or whatever. I was like, one thing about Shakur, he take losses. I mean, everybody take loss. Most people take losses hard too, but it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but them Olympics for them guys, I think that's a little bit close when you make it that far and stuff like that. I think that's a little bit more. But I'm telling you this, Shakur just gonna have to show us, man, because I'm a bit tired of getting behind boxers and they saying all this stuff but not showing us. You know what I'm saying? And when Floyd was 23, he actually had to fight motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? He actually had to. People can actually
he did. He beat some names. He beat
Hernandez.
There was too many people out there that could box. Like you got guys 17 fights getting championship titles.
Yeah, he beat some people. So, but not only that, he also said if they fought, he would beat. I was like, man, I like his confidence though. I like because you do gotta believe in yourself because it is a sport. So I just want to see it against higher competition. Hopefully, this Nakathila dude come and bring it. I like to see challenges. I don't like to see blowouts.
Man, if
I'll just turn it off. A lot of fights, if it get boring or something, I just turn it off, man. I don't even watch them.
23 Floyd would have slowed him up.
Extremely slow. Really?
Floyd would have swelled him up at 23.
You gotta watch it. Shakur, I was like, whoa, he got me. I believe in Shakur. I'm gonna be honest with you. At 130, the only people I think got a chance against him is Lomachenko and Tank, but Tank fighting at 140. So that's the only person I think that can beat him. I don't think Gary Russell can beat him. Michelle Valdez, I think he's the dude. Defense is, I think I believe he got the best defense in boxing.
thing that stops Gary Russell is his power, man. I think since these guys have gotten bigger, dude, his punch isn't like it used to be. Gary Russell got all the skills, man. For real. Him and his brothers. I'm big on it.
I like
Antoine Russell.
Antoine. Yeah.
He's just as good as Drawn Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, all those guys. Man. Antoine Russell will beat Devin Haney today.
Mm.
If he were to go down, if he were to come down to 135, he'll beat him today. In my opinion,
You know what? He weighed in at what, like 137. I was like, damn, he make lightweight? I was like,
he can make it.
About moving down? Because I don't. Well, Teofimo about to move up. He fight Devin Haney because he got like a certain presence about him, and I like the way he goes to the body. And I don't know if he 5'8" or if he 5'10". One thing showed him is
5'8", I think. 5'8".
Oh, okay, so 5, yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. He called out Adrian Broner too. So I mean that's like that does nothing. Now if he
that's a non-starter.
Regis Prograis or him against the Puerto Rican boy Matias Subriel.
Yeah, that on that same card. Yeah, I thought that was interesting that they matched up. I think that'd be a good test for him. That'd be a really hard test. If he gets past that, he's real.
Yeah. You think they'll put him in there with that? Because he need to be fighting. The thing about it is,
I would go for it.
Be fighting 3 or 4 times a year.
I would go for it.
He should be way more active because he can definitely make a name as a star in the sport because he got the fighting game behind him, the name. He just gotta stay active because he's kind of like in the shadows of his brother, and his brother is the cap king. You know what I'm saying? Get the welfare check, but I think they tired of giving that welfare check every year. That welfare check every year what is mandatory. So I think they
get better tonight.
So Gary,
I think if I would go for it. I would go for if I could get that fight with Matisse.
Yes, I'm sure he can.
I would. Shit, if he beats him and he beats him like really well, then he's real. Like he really came on the scene. I'd go for it. Fuck it.
I would go for it too but it's like it's like if you know
he can really outbox him.
Yeah, but something tells me that they overthink stuff. Like something is off with the Russells. Like I don't.
Him and the whole family is really technical. They got who's the well, there was 5. One of them passed away sadly, but the oldest one who's the trainer now, the heavy one, the dad said he was the best. Said he was the most talented.
Antoine he ain't I think Antoine might be the youngest.
Yeah, Antoine's the youngest. Yeah.
We'll see.
25.
Antoine look like he see when I just hopefully, man. I don't know who really be managing them and telling who to fight. I think it'd be that's why I picked That's why I picked Lomachenko to beat him because his level of competition up until that point, he was just fighting the same level of competition. I said, even though Lomachenko had came off losing, I said the way he lost to Salido, he gonna beat Gary Russell because Gary Russell fight the same level of competition, and that's just not good. You got to be challenged. So
I mean that was another close fight. I thought Lomachenko had an 8-4.
Yeah,
it was one of those. But right after he lost, he stepped on the gas. You saw what Gary Russell did right after that fight. He really just took off. He slowed down now, but I mean,
he fought Johnny Gonzalez the same.
Knocked him out in 3 rounds. The same guy who knocked out Abner Mares for the title.
All of his competition since then been the same. It's like the same.
Well, recently it's gotten better. Jojo Diaz and that Mongolian dude are solid. I give it to him. And then this next guy, he's gonna fight Ray Vargas is good, but of course he has to be more active.
On 122, yeah. But
he has to be more active.
You want to move up, and then it's like his actions don't. It just it's like people ducking him, and why won't he move up? And he's not even signed to Al Heyman exclusively. So why won't he just? He don't need Al Heyman. He can just fight on his own. He could have fought. I don't know.
I think he should have gotten that Leo Santa Cruz fight, and that's sad that
Yeah,
that couldn't have gone. That's sad that didn't go down. That
Al,
would have
yep.
he needed that, and for Tank to get it, I would be punching the air.
Yeah, but he waited so long, and then it also, yeah, I think he deserved it too. I ain't gonna lie, but then also too, I'm like, why doesn't he? Because if you in the interviews, he said that he doesn't watch boxing. It's like he's not interested in boxing. So watching people, it's like a, I don't know, man. I don't want to get into. I like Gary Russell, man. You know what I mean? I like. I'm rooting for him, but it's like, I don't know. If it's like, is he really serious about boxing? But
I'll say this: he's not hurting for money from what we see.
exactly. So,
Hey y'all got any last words? I need to get up out of here, man.
All right.
for
Hold up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't got no more comments. Yeah, y'all got any last words?
Yeah, I just thanks for the invite.
Oh, I ain't tripping. No
Nice,
big deal.
man. Tyrone the extremist.
The extremist. Sure.
We can debate we can go 1-on-1 too, because you sound like you like to debate. We can go 1-on-1. We can do it on your territory, or I can come back to here and debate you 1-on-1 anytime, any place. And you can, they can call your name last. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I give you all the advantages. But nah, everybody in the panel, man. Peace out, bro.
All right, now, Jalik.
Thanks, Mike, for inviting me, man. Shout out to the panel.
He said, "I want your ass, boy."
I mean, there's not really much to debate. We're only really debating this Wilder Fury thing, and from what I could gather, we didn't really have much disagreements, except for the whole I'm rooting for Wilder, but I think he's gonna lose. I mean, people say that that's cool, but you know what I mean, Mike. See, not him. I don't know him, but there are other guys like UK channels and other channels who never liked Wilder to begin with. But
he a cool
like
dude.
To say it because you know what I mean.
Yeah, he a cool dude. He didn't mean nothing by it, but he's a nice guy. He's got his own opinions like we all do. So
yeah. Other than that, I don't think we have. Other than that, boxing is boring, dude. Have you noticed that? Other than that issue, most of us agree on almost everything else.
Just
it's
about.
Weird. I mean, we had L Dog in here the other day, didn't we?
I don't think he came. I think he stayed in the chat.
Nah, he came. He came on. He came on.
Oh,
we were talking about all sorts of other fights that we all pretty much agreed on.
Well, there was a lot I missed on because there was some other shit that was popping off on Twitter today with fights, and I told myself to make screenshots so I could put it on the thing and talk about it, but I totally fucking forgot. Man.
But yeah, man, just thanks for having me on the panel. Shout out to the chat.
No problem.
Shit, I really just want to see this fight go down the 24th. Have Wilder get his belt back, and the sky will be blue again, man. Water will be wet, and I can go on with my life.
Damn, you cold as ice.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro.
All right, man. Hit me up anytime.
Yeah, I might do something for the UFC this weekend. I'm not sure.
Well, let me know because I got a game Sunday, and I just got to watch some film this week for the team we play. I just got to watch some film. That's about it. But all right, big dog, hit me up.
All right, man.
Yeah, that.
Peace out.